Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Shop on TV with me, Rob Locke. With an E. This begins the official end of my Christmas holidays. Happy New Year to each and every one of you. It's my first day back. I feel like I haven't been away at all. And maybe you're thinking, God, couldn't he have stayed away for longer? But, well, tough. I'm here and I'm getting ready to introduce a really fantastic service to you that could, especially after Christmas may have depleted the coffers somewhat, put some of that money back. It could put cash into your bank account within as little as 48 hours if you have any unwanted or unused gold or indeed other precious metals lying around the house somewhere. This is Post Gold for Cash, so called because you post your gold for cash. And it's completely free from start to finish. You're going to order a free pack, then you're going to put your gold into the pack, and it's free 24-hour guaranteed next day delivery postage via the post office. Costs you nothing. Insurance is included, more about that later. And then you will receive a free call from somebody who is free at Post Gold for Cash to offer you what they have estimated your gold is worth. If you accept the offer, the money can be in your bank account that same day. You can even get real cash money if you want it, although that can take a little bit longer. And that's it. And if you don't want to accept the offer, all your items, if they are precious metals, will be sent back to you also for free. You have zero to lose and a whole lot to gain. So have a look at exactly what we are offering to you right here, right now. This is an exclusive offer because, ladies and gentlemen, if you sent your pack directly to Post Gold for Cash, you would get a fantastic valuation, we are certain. However, when you do so through Shop on TV exclusively, you get the same valuation, but they will add an additional 10% on top for nothing. That is literally free money. That is exclusive only if you do this through Shop on TV. No obligation is necessary, and you also get included into not one, not two, but 3 free prize draws. So there's an ITV STV1 exclusive, where you could win £500, a special prize draw. They all close on the 30th of April, every 4 months. And there's a further draw to win £500 worth of credit to spend on Shop on TV. And you'll also be entered into Post Gold for Cash's regular prize draw as well, also for £500. So you have 3 chances to win. And even if you didn't send your pack back by April, which is probably unlikely, doesn't matter because it's a rolling. Well, they're rolling draws, so there'll be another draw for the 4 months after April, and then another one after that, and so on and so forth. Here's how quickly you can get your money, ladies and gentlemen. So today is, I believe, it's technically Friday night, or well, it's not, it's actually technically Saturday morning. For me, it's Friday night. So you watch the show, and basically you request your free gold selling pack. I'll tell you how to do that in a moment, right now. And then that, obviously we've got Sunday in the, or Saturday and Sunday in the way, but by Tuesday, because Monday your gold pack will be sent out, and you should receive that by Tuesday morning, and you fill it out. Very, very simple. We'll show you what to do in a minute. You put your items in your prepaid Royal Mail Special Delivery envelope, post it at your post office. It's critical that you take it to the post office. Don't put it in a post box for reasons we will explain shortly. Mainly, though, you're going to get proof of postage, and also you've got tracking information so you can make sure that your items have got there. And then Wednesday, you'll be called by Post Gold for Cash, and they will offer you whatever it is that they happen to offer you, quite possibly more than you expected. And then if you say yes, the money goes into your bank account that day. Everything is free. All you've got to do is go to shopontv.co.uk/gold. There are actually 3 ways you can do this. We've added the gold selling pack, even though it's free, we've added it as a product. So you can order it like a regular product and check out like a regular product. The only difference is there's no charge for the product, for the pack, and there's no postage and packing. It's completely free. And basically it's limited to 1 pack per customer for reasons we will explain shortly. There is a logical reason for that. And so you can either go direct directly to shopontv.co.uk/gold, and that will take you to all the information that you need to know in order to go ahead and get your gold selling pack. Well, in fact, right there on the homepage. I don't know if you could, if you look very closely, it's very subtle. You might just be able to see it says Post Gold for Cash. At any point, click one of those mauve, are they mauve? Pink buttons, and that will take you through to the product page, and which we'll do in a second, but then all the info's there, so we're going to click one of those there buttons. There's the product page. Now, you can just go to it, if you're a regular viewer, go to our product page as you would on any given night with any given product from the homepage link, and then you can either, we can either add it to your basket, or you can just go, ow, that's another step, you don't need that, just hit buy now. And you can either sign in if you've got an account, you can set up an account for free if you want to, for easier checkout next time, or you can check out as a guest. If you don't want to do any of that, you will get all your tracking information and so on and so forth. And what you will receive a lovely little welcome letter with some great information on it, including Post Gold for Cash's phone number. If at any stage in the journey you have a question, a concern, an issue, a thought, a musing, doesn't matter what it is, no matter how big or how small, you can just call them and they will, you can email them too if you want to, but if you want immediate help, just call them, right? So that's included. You get a simple form. Now, actually, most of it will come pre-populated because you're going to fill out all the information on our website, and that will be transmitted to Post Gold for Cash securely. And so most of this is going to be filled out. A couple of things, basically, you've got to just stick in there how many items you're sending, sign and date it, and you can put your bank information here as well. That's the account you want to designate to have your funds deposited into. You don't have to fill them out there if you don't want to, if you'd rather wait until you get the call, and you can do it over the phone. If you put something in there and then you suddenly go, actually, no, I want it in my Swiss bank account, you can't, it's got to be a UK bank. But if you've got another UK bank and you're thinking, well, I've changed my mind, I want it to go there, not a problem, just tell them on the phone and they will do that for you. So, it's really simple. Fill that out, put it in your envelope. Here is your special delivery prepaid envelope, 24-hour delivery, and it's going to have a label on it. Yours will actually have another little label at the bottom with a unique reference number for you. And so even if you do forget to put your form in the bag, it happens. It doesn't matter, they can still find you. Now this is the little foam pack you can put your items in. If that's not big enough, because you've got just loads of gold you just got to get rid of, it doesn't matter. You can actually tape this label side up to a box of any size and any weight, actually, and take it to the post office, and it will still go special delivery guaranteed by 1 p.m. the next day. So we're going to cover all of this, and if you've got any questions at all, again, there are no silly questions, no, just silly me's. Feel free to drop us an email, Shop on TV, or let me know, that's the website. Let me try. It's been a while, so it's been 3 weeks of me sitting in front of a television, drinking Baileys and watching Love Actually. What is it again? Studio at shopontv.co.uk, and I'll get my little electronic digital screen device in a moment, my tablet, and I'll take two and I'll see the doctor in the morning. No, but I will ask our guest expert those questions, and she will no doubt answer them expertly. Speaking of guest experts, that's what we call in the business a segue. Here is, ladies and gentlemen, from Post Gold for Cash, the amazing Sam.
Hello, Rob.
Good to see you. I know Grace wasn't available, was she?
No.
No, the amazing Grace. She's knackered after all the Christmas singing, isn't she?
December really wiped her out.
It really did. She's having a rest, yeah.
How are you?
I'm really good. How are you?
I'm good.
Am I on The Price is Right?
It does look like this, doesn't it?
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
It looks like we're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
Also, if our CEO's watching, we've got our lovely new gold props here. Look at those. Aren't they nice?
They are fantastic.
They really are.
Really,
you wouldn't believe how
out.
much I paid for those.
I wouldn't, no.
A lot more than you'd think. Sam, and a lot less than they're worth. I need to be in the plastics business, that's all I'm saying. Ladies and gentlemen, and Sam, actually, specifically for the ladies and gentlemen watching.
Yes.
Who are you and who are Post Gold for Cash?
OK, so Post Gold for Cash was established back in 2009, so we've been running for a very long time. Yeah. The founder is Ash, came up with the concept. Yep. I don't know why he didn't go and call it Post Gold to Ash. I thought that would have been much easier.
Oh, right.
But no, Post Gold for Cash.
That's a good one.
He needed to find someone who knew about the jewellery side of things, so he teamed up with Ian, and thus we were born. I've been there 15 years, coming up 16 years. I started as one of the girls in the call centre. and then just progressed. And now you'll find that I will call you, I will email you, and I will 95% of the time value your items.
You're going to hear from the lady off the telly.
Sam off telly.
Yes, Sam off telly. That's right. So basically, Sam, in summary, you're one of the UK's most trusted scrap gold buyers.
Yes.
The whole thing is safe and secure via Royal Mail special delivery. We're going to get into all of that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Over 270,000 customers who've used the service. They are rated excellent on over 2,000 Trustpilot reviews. And by the way, they also they promise to match any price offered by other online gold buyers. Now, I hate it when it says for terms and conditions, visit, But basically, it's not a page of legalese. It's really simple. All they've got to do is meet some very basic criteria, correct?
Yes. Basically, you need to own the items. And you need to send the right items in to us.
Yes.
So,
and the same items that were evaluated by the other online gold buyer.
Yes, that is absolutely. So we do the price match guarantee, and if you can prove it, then we'll match it.
Now I mentioned, I don't know if this is the best order to do things in, but it just seems to flow. As I mentioned in the the diatribe that I just did. The 8-minute introduction.
You did it so well, Rob.
I'm getting back. I'm getting quicker. Your pack, apart from being guaranteed special delivery, it is insured. So tell us about the insurance.
OK, so the insurance, like you've already said, really important to take it to the post office because that validates the insurance.
Right.
The insurance level that we will cover is up to £750.
Okay.
However, you can increase that insurance because obviously you might feel your items are worth a little bit more and you want the peace of mind. So what you could do is if you increase it up to £1,000, it will cost you £3 at the post office.
Yes, standard charge,
Yeah, if you want to increase it to the maximum, which is £2,500, that will cost you an extra £10. However, we will give you that money back. So
if they accept the offer?
We will give it back regardless.
Oh, regardless?
Yes.
Even if they don't accept the offer, you give it back?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Is that new?
Yes.
Have I made you doubt yourself now?
Yes, you have made me doubt yourself. It's been a long trip.
OK.
Yeah, no, the additional,
So it would make sense just get the extra then?
Actually, what you've said is what if they don't accept the offer? If they don't accept the offer, we return it to the same level.
There you go.
There we go. We got this. We've had a little bit of time off.
I know it. Just give us a sec. We're just,
it's all right. We'll have this sorted
So if you paid £10 for the £2,500 coverage to send the goods, and you don't accept the offer, they will return it to you at that same £2,500.
However
so it evens out.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the only money you would ever spend. But if you do accept the offer, then you refund it fully.
We will. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. So again, free.
Free.
So what sort of stuff are you looking for?
OK, so, I mean, we've all been given gifts over the years, haven't we?
Probably in the last few days or weeks.
Well, exactly. We will not tell either. If there's something you've got for Christmas and you don't want it, send it in. It's fine. Yeah. So over the years, you could have had anything. I mean, there's some examples, obviously, on the table here, but you've got your 18th birthday necklaces, things like that, and they sit in the drawer and you hold on to it for sentimentality.
Yes.
What you need to consider is it worth more to you sending in and getting the money and getting something you wouldn't use now or leaving it in the drawer? I mean...
The cash is more important to you now than the item.
Yeah, it's like christening bangles, it's necklaces, it's the big earrings in the 80s that...
They've gone out of fashion and they're never coming back.
We're guilty. Do you remember the dolls, the little clowns and the dolls?
Oh, I do, yeah.
Things like that.
Charm bracelets.
Charm bracelets.
I'm not being funny, but, if you have an engagement that goes awry, I've pawned two rings on that front.
Take it.
Ladies, if you conveniently forget to return the engagement ring...
Yes. Send it in to Sam.
Our director said both of them did.
But we will take anything. You're looking at precious metals, so what we want, ideally, is gold.
Yes.
We will then take platinum, we will take palladium, and we will take silver as well.
So it doesn't matter what purity, as long as it is a precious form of the metal.
Yes.
So explain to me what isn't a precious metal, and explain to everybody, not to me, I know, but to everybody else, what we mean by purity, please.
OK, so if we start on the purity side of things, it basically means how much pure gold is within
or silver or platinum or palladium.
Exactly,
yes, yeah.
In the metal item. So, for example, you'll probably hear people talking about 9 carat gold.
Yeah.
Now, 9 carat gold is classed as the lower end of the gold scale because it has 37.5% gold.
Hence the hallmark 375.
Yeah. The next one up from that is 14 carat gold. Now, Rob, do you recall what the hallmark for 14 was?
It's 525, isn't it? No, 575.
You're so close.
545.
585.
585. I would have got there.
So basically, on 14 carat gold, that means that the purity within it is 58.5. Yeah. So again, you will see that inside jewellery items.
Yes.
You've then got the higher end scales, which is the 18 carat gold.
750. 75% pure gold.
75.
22. I always forget 22. What's
Come on.
I can't remember.
916.
Oh, like the silver?
Yeah. 925 is the silver. So 916
Oh, no,
is
916 was a postcode, I think, or part of a postcode. I used to live in America. Yeah. No.
So everything has a different grade.
But the point is, there is pure precious metal in the alloy.
Yes.
It's an alloy, alloyed with other metals, with gold actually, and often for strength, because gold's actually quite soft. Whereas, if you have something that is gold-plated or rolled gold or costume jewellery, it's just a couple of microns of gold slapped on the outside and it's worth nothing. It's
almost like that sort of piece of foil, maybe, sort of over the outside. And quite often they're brass or nickel or copper. Quite often copper, because copper will give the illusion of having a sort of a gold content in it.
Copper and nickel. So what, you know, given that I would expect most people watching are not experts at appraising whether their items are or aren't precious metals, what's your advice? OK,
so first and foremost is send it in.
Yeah.
You know, it's the only way you
can
find out.
Let you do the work for them. For free.
That is what we're there for, absolutely.
And
let me do the work.
The appraisal doesn't cost anything.
Doesn't cost anything, OK. We can then tell you what is, what isn't. You can tell us if you want the items that aren't returned. We can send those back to you. They just come back normal raw mail.
OK.
We're happy to do that. You can also, if you're worried, and some of your customers, they've been great, and I do give out my email when I'm on here, and you are absolutely welcome to use it. And I do reply, so sam@postgoldforcash.com. Some people take a photo. They take a photo of what hallmarks they can see or items and send it in to me, and I'll have a look and just tell you whether I think it's worth sending it in.
Because you know what you're doing as well, because certain items, they would probably only be a precious metal, and certain other types of item would probably only not be precious metals. So you can't tell everything from the photo unless you've got a hallmark. And a lot of jewellery isn't hallmarks.
No, especially if you bought it abroad or something like that, you'll find that it won't have a distinctive hallmarking or sort of an assay or anything like that. So, you know, it's worth asking questions, and we don't mind as many questions as you want to ask us. You need to have peace of mind that you are happy to send your items in. And then we can take it from there and guide you through.
Essentially, you know, here's another way that you could look at this. If you wanted to get your jewellery appraised, you know, you can go to jewellers and you can get appraisals. Now, they're slightly different types of appraisal because they're not for commercial purposes, but you might get that for an insurance policy or something along those lines. These are different things in that respect. But if you want to know what your jewellery's worth and what you could sell it for, and it's probably, I would say, we're going to get into this in more detail as well, it is probably the best bang for your buck that you're likely to get selling your gold this way or your precious metals this way. You're basically saying, OK, here's a company that appraises jewellery. I want you to give me a pack that I can send it to you for free, so it doesn't cost me anything. I don't want you to do all the work and appraise it for me for nothing. And then if I'm not happy with what you're offering me, I want you to send it all back to me for free as well.
Oh, that would be us.
Wait a minute. That's what this is. By jingo. So let's talk about, let's say somebody sends in a pack and it's all a load of old rubbish.
OK, so
then what happens
if they want it happen. Back? OK, you, for example, a lot of times people will send in watches, so you'll get fashion brand watches that unfortunately are quite often stainless steel. There's a lot of fashion jewellery which, although you're paying for the brand, the actual content of the metal or anything like that, it's not gold or silver, unfortunately.
And brand names aren't worth anything outside of you putting it on, you know.
Not at all. So if your items aren't worth anything, what we ask is that if you want it returned special delivery, that you pay for the special delivery envelope to come back to
you.
you.
Is that a specific charge?
So I think it's £10.
Okay.
So it's not a huge amount of money, but if you want the peace of mind of it coming back to you like that, that's fine. Or if you're happy for it to go Royal Mail, just normal, we'll post it to you for normal. That's fine.
And if they're like, oh, well, if it's not worth anything,
we'll dispose of it.
You just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Now, what if then, let's say, I sent in a load of stuff, or somebody watching sent in some stuff, and you know there's a load of costume jewellery in there. They weren't sure, but there is one item that is gold. And then they wanted the costume jewellery back. That's
absolutely fine. So we will send the other items back to you.
Yeah.
And we will pay you for free, and we will pay for you for that little bit of gold.
Right.
There's no minimum weight of gold.
Now, what if they don't accept the offer for the gold? Do they then still have to pay for the?
No, we will return the whole pack.
As long as there's at least one precious metal item in the pack.
It could be a tiny stud earring.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's a good point, actually, because quite often you lose an earring.
Yeah.
Or you're a teenager and you've got your earpiece and you wear a stud, and then you get older and think, what was I thinking?
You're talking from experience, Rob.
No, not at all. But you know, maybe it's broken. Maybe as you talk about watches, if it is a gold watch or a silver watch or even a platinum watch, you know,
some of the old cocktail watches are platinum.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
But the watch itself doesn't work anymore. The case, the base, you know, maybe even the strap could still be worth something.
Yeah, send it in.
Yeah, send it in. And if it's broken, if you've received a gift over Christmas, and it does happen, you know, somebody means well, they give you something, and you, of course, it's the thought that counts, we know that. But if you don't like the item, often you can't return it because you don't have a receipt or anything like that. But if it is a precious metal item, now you do have a means of sort of exchanging it for money, and why not? And as you know, as we said, things go out of fashion. Things they're things that are broken, they've got missing parts, whatever it may be. This is a way of, if the item is worth more to you as cash than the item value itself is to you, this is the time to do it. I'd like to also talk a little bit about the valuation, because you know, traditionally when I was growing up, the only way I thought, if I had a piece of jewellery, you know, it was to go to the pawnbrokers, and I did that with my two engagement rings that I didn't need anymore, and I didn't get a lot of money for them, a lot less than I thought. And again, this is not in any way to knock pawnbrokers. They're just a very different business model. Often it's a loan. Often the idea is that you get the item back, and then if you don't pay for it, then you don't get the item back, and it's about buying it as low as they can and then selling it as high as they can. This is different, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is based on metrics and a sort of a business formula, isn't it?
Yeah, so the markets, the prices are set by, I've got to remember the long word for it now.
London Bullion Market
Association. There we go. So they kind of set the prices, and then we work with that, looking at it. And
there it is from last year, yeah.
As if by magic. That's amazing, isn't it? And look at that price, it's actually really very good.
Oh, I need to be buying some gold. So you might get more for your gold today than you would have got yesterday or the day before.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to be fair, the people that we spoke to over Christmas and certainly beginning of the year have been absolutely amazed by the price that they've been getting.
And it is a market, so it does fluctuate. But it's as you saw from that line there, that's only over 1 year. If you look from when they started recording that, the line, it trends up.
Yeah.
You know, gold is still a valuable store of wealth, if you like. But sometimes, as with anything that is wealth, you might need to liquidate because the money's more important. Maybe you've got bills. Maybe you overspent at Christmas. Maybe it's just, you know, life is tough at the moment, or can be tough at the moment.
Every customer has a story. You know, whether or not it's you know, good, sad, happy. There's always a reason behind it.
Yeah.
That's motivated you to send your items in.
And it's always good to have extra money, especially if these things are sitting in the loft or in a drawer or, you know, in an old shoebox or something like that doing nothing. They might as well work for you.
We had a customer who packaged her pack up about 1.5 years ago, forgot about it, moved house and found it in a box as she was unpacking that it had been up in the attic. So she literally sent it in. She said, I couldn't remember what was in there. And I said to her, you picked the right time to send it in to us because it has gone up. So
the valuation is based on what they call the mid-market rate. So there are 2 rates released each day, and it's the mid one. So literally the price of gold that day the average between the two rates, you know, of the day, and then you have a specific, you know, business formula you work from. Obviously, it is a for-profit business, so yes, that you are taking a percentage of the sale, and that's fair enough. Everybody does it. You go buy a Mars bar or other chocolate bar, same thing. It's, you know, that's just the way it is. But it's very fair, and it really does put people in a situation where they could get really just about the best amount of money that they could get for selling their gold online. But actually, that's also guaranteed because you'll match any other online gold buyer.
Yeah, providing they can prove it to us, we will match it. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I noticed I did make the joke about the Price is Right at the start.
I could see a twinkle in your eye here, Rob.
Yes, yeah. We're going to have a little competition, and you can play along at home, folks. But I just want to show you some of the valuations that other people have had, and you know, you just don't know, especially because maybe you bought this jewellery. Like I had 9-carat gold jewellery that I bought back in the 90s. If I sold that today, and I bought that for, you know, 150 quid for a gold bracelet, I bet you'd be worth £1,000 today.
Yeah, right.
So look, I mean, 9-carat gold. A lady from, or a customer, excuse me, from Portmadog, £456 for that. But if they'd done that, that was through Post Gold for Cash. If they'd done it through Shop on TV, then they would have got an extra £46.
Because we round up.
We always round up, yes. So for that gold ring, it wouldn't have been £161. They'd have had an extra £17.
All helps.
Yeah, and that's free money. Now, I always say, if two people at the same time sent identical items to you, because you use very specific ways of evaluating, the actual valuation would be identical for both. But if
your
one
customer.
So there's no. It's not like you're building it into the price, or you know, it's all transparent and honest and open, and, you know, and integrity and all that kind of stuff. But look at this, 18-carat gold. When you start, if you've got 18-carat gold items, £2,432 was the valuation. But the additional 10%, the free money on top of that, would have been £244. They always round up. For that big pile of old junk gold there, £1,785, they'd have got an extra £179. I don't know about you, but like particularly that first one, if somebody just walked up to me and said, here's £244 free, I mean, that's a day's work. It's more than a day's work for a lot of people.
Yeah. That's a good amount of money, isn't it?
It is a good amount of money. Yeah.
That's a flight to Manchester.
I know, it's a pair of shoes for my son. Do you know what, I've got to say? He came back from Christmas, he said, Dad, he came back from the States. He said, Dad, look what I got. And he showed me his new Air Forces, or whatever they're called, from Nike. And they looked exactly the same as the pair that he was wearing the day before.
Yeah. Can't keep up with these kids' fashion.
No.
But
listen,
in order to help you keep up with it,
yes,
sell your gold.
Sell your gold. Now, I want to play a game. So what are we going to do?
OK, what's catching your eye, Rob?
I'm going to go middle, please.
You want to go here?
Right in the middle, yes.
OK, then.
Yeah.
OK, do you want to have a loop to see if you can see the
no,
grade?
I want to... Oh, gosh, this is very cold. So this is a curb... Actually, this is... What do they call this? I've forgotten this. It is a curb link, but when you have the small link and the big link, it's called
a fancy curb link.
Fancy... Figaro. It's got a good weight
like that.
to it.
Yeah, like the Figaros, yeah.
Yeah, it looks about... I guess it was 9-carat... I'm just guessing 9-carat gold. I'm going to say £400.
400. Do you think it's very weighty or not particularly?
It's sort of middle of the road. It's not heavy, but it's not light. If that makes any kind of sense.
See if I can get this right.
Yeah.
It's 18-carat gold.
Oh. Well, I do declare. Wow, now that would have been, so 1,304, it does look rich enough to be 18-carat gold, I should have guessed. £1,344, but an extra £135 when you do this through Shop on TV. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's free. All you've got to do is go to shopontv.co.uk, or you can call 0333 241 241 and just say, can you send me my pack, please? But if you do it online, it's free to get it. It comes to you with this special delivery envelope that allows you to send your items back for free, and then it will be evaluated for free, and if you accept the offer, the money's in your account that day, and if you decline the offer, all the items, as long as there's at least one precious item in there, are all sent back to you also for free. I mean, it's. I don't know if. What? By the way, they don't expire.
No, they don't.
You could, if you come. Well, in fact, actually, would you say year, wasn't it? You said that
but
customer.
We've had customers that will phone up, and obviously our forms have changed over the years.
Yeah.
And we're talking about sort of 10-year-old forms coming into us.
Yeah.
Where a customer's phoned and just said, "Is it all right to pop it in?" It's like, yes, send it on in. It's all fine.
What if some people who you know, they really like their privacy and they don't like phone calls, they don't like receiving phone calls from people they don't know? What would they do in that situation?
OK, so all you need to do is pop a little note on your form and just say that you would prefer contact via email, and we're more than happy to do that. That's no problem at all. Yeah. You get some people, we had one recently, you know, they just said, I'm a little bit anxious on the phone. Is it OK if you email us the offer and we can negotiate that way, or talk about it? So absolutely, that's no problem at all. And
again, also, I would say if you are going to accept the call, then the day after you've sent your pack, and you can track it, they usually, even though it says by 1 p.m, you usually get them at what time?
Oh, it's usually in the office between 8 and 9 in the morning.
But when do you call people generally?
So we obviously need time to go through the packs. We need to log them in first of all, which is a process we can talk about at some stage as well.
Yeah, sure.
We need to log the packs in and we need to value them, so you need to give us a bit of time. Yeah. We will start calling you from about midday, so it's kind of like a crossover period.
Especially when people are up watching at this time of night.
Yeah, we don't want to wake you up early.
No, exactly. And they should watch out for a number from what area?
Bournemouth.
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 And what's that then?
01202.
01202.
844.
844.
197.
197. And you could have your money by Wednesday. Now, look, by the way, if you don't do this now or over the weekend, look, I always say there's carpe diem, there's no time like the present. We have got a weekend in the way. That's always one of the downsides of when you watch me, because I always do Thursday, Friday and Saturday. But if you did, let's say you ordered your pack on Monday, you get it Tuesday, send it that day before the post office closed, you got the money the next day, 48 hours. You can have your money within 48 hours. Mm-hmm. Well, and if they want real cash...
we can send you real cash.
Like actual bills.
We can send you real money.
And what does that cost?
So if you want it sent to you, so basically we're just looking at the special delivery envelope again. So it's £9 to cover the special delivery.
Fee, that's it.
So
that's the only other time. The only two times you would spend money is if you're going to increase the amount of insurance. But if you accept the offer, then you're going to get that refunded anyway by post gold for cash on top of the valuation, not as part of it. If you sent two identical items at the same time to post gold for cash, one directly to them and one through us, you would get the same valuation. There's no, if we're going to have to send something back to you for free, we'll just add that, you know. There are no hidden fees. There's no obligation. You have no obligation whatsoever to accept the offer. At least just use it as a free valuation service to find out what the jewellery is or whatever your items happen to be. And maybe you've got a set of silver cutlery or a big silver jug or something like that, or a big gold plate, or if it won't fit in a box, this is where using the King's Mail is really rather good, because this is an envelope, but essentially it is a guarantee to deliver whatever is in it or whatever it is attached to. It's a completely closed-loop system, isn't it, Royal Mail as well? And they have their own underground system, believe it or not. So if you tape that to theoretically, you could tape it to the side of a shipping container. Yeah. But that would be difficult to get to the post office.
Struggle to get up our stairs, I think, as well.
Probably. But if you've got a big old box, then stick it on the top, as long as the label is readable. Yeah. And you can get it to the post office. You have to take it to the post office. They'll scan the barcode. They'll give you a receipt. That is what basically what's the word?
It's
your proof of postage.
Yeah, and it validates your insurance.
Validates the insurance. That's the word I couldn't remember. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really important, because should anything happen, touch wood, it won't. Yeah. But we need that information, because when you've sent the item to us, when they've weighed it at the post office, that information is on your receipt.
Yes. So it's a paper trail, isn't it?
Yes.
So you can claim it back.
If we need to see if there's any differences, if it's damaged or anything like that upon arrival, then we've got a trail to it all.
Now, what if, like, my son, he's got his Rolex.
Right, yeah.
He doesn't.
He wishes.
Exactly. But let's say somebody did send in something that is they know Folex. That's a good one. I just directed just. Let's say you've got an item that you absolutely know is worth more than £2,500.
Okay.
And obviously you're not going to send that if you can't insure it for an appropriate amount. What do you do?
Okay, so are you talking if it is a single item?
Yeah.
Okay, it would be difficult. It's a case of sending it at your own risk. We have no face-to-face.
Right.
You know, we don't have a shop or anything like that,
No,
so we can't do anything face-to-face.
Right.
The 2.5 is the maximum. I mean, whether or not you can look at an alternative courier service.
So that's when
perhaps,
that would be a case for calling you and discussing it.
Talk it through with us. You know, if we can find a solution, we will.
Yeah. If it's look, I mean, I'm just asking questions because if it's very valuable, maybe this isn't the way you would sell it anyway. You might auction it on an auction website or something like that.
I think with a Rolex, probably.
Yeah, I know. I'm just making this. But if you've got a lot of individual items that you
split it.
But you can only get one pack when you order.
So if you order through you guys, you will get one pack. Once you receive that pack, contact us directly.
Yes.
What we will do is then send you out further packs, but with your Shop on TV customer reference number.
Right.
So that's what's important, to give you the same continuity, your extra 10%, and to keep one reference number for you.
Because basically, folks, if you ordered 5 packs through our website, you know, we're not AI driven just yet, so you know websites are not intelligent, so they would transmit all of your information 5 times to Post Gold for Cash. They'd all be treated as separate entities, and so you'd get 5 phone calls and 5 valuations for just what was in those individual packs. So by just getting the one and asking Post Gold for Cash, they will send out as many extra packs as you need, but they'll all be tied to the one reference number, so they'll all be batch valued, and you'll get one offer that you can accept. So that's the reason for that. So please only order. Well, yeah, I think you can actually only order one, and it's very easy to do it when you go to shopontv.co.uk. I'm going to show you the 3 ways you can do this. So here is our homepage, shopontv.co.uk. So, number 1, you can click Post Gold for Cash. Takes you to the information page. You can go directly to that page just by going to shopontv.co.uk/gold. All the information's there about the prize draws and all the stuff we're telling you tonight. It's all there. Everything you need to know. All the terms and conditions, etc. And all those buttons that say order my free gold selling pack, click one of those, and it takes you to, we've added it just like a product, just like it was a vacuum cleaner, except it's not. But look, it's £0 and 0 pence, and the postage and packing is £0 and 0 pence. That's what you're going to get. Now, you could add it to your basket. So let's add it to the basket. If you do that, now go to the top of the page, click on your basket, and now check out securely. That is a way to, now, and you're going to get here, you're either going to sign into your account if you've got one already, or you can set up an account for free if you wish for future purchases, so you can check out quicker, you can store addresses and credit, debit card info, that sort of thing. Or you can say, well, I don't want to do that, and just check out as a guest. But that's a lot of faff that way. If we go back, Fraser, what you can do, and this is what I would do, just it cuts out the whole add it to the basket, go to the checkout. So if you go to the home page, click on the Post Gold for Cash, right, click the Order My Free Gold Selling Pack, and then click Buy Now. Takes you straight, oh, sorry, yeah, because we've already added one in, but it would take you straight to the checkout page. So the other thing also that you can do is this. I mean, all roads lead to nirvana, ladies and gentlemen. If you go to our homepage, shopontv.co.uk, here it comes. And then where it says live on air shop now, that's how you get to our show page each night where all the products of that night are listed. So if you go there, you scroll down. Now, there's a message box if you want to ask a question. There's the guide for what's coming up in future shows. And there's the product. You click on that just like it was a vacuum cleaner or, I don't know, a widget. And there you're back to the same place. You can either add to basket or you can, if you click buy now, we've cleared the basket and you can see it takes you again. Sign in, create an account for free or check out as a guest. You've got to check out, as Queen would have told you if they were here. You've got to check out. If you don't check it, it's not a form you fill in and then that's it. You've got to actually place the order, because what that does is it takes your information. And by the way, Shop on TV never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, sell or share your information with anyone. It's on our secure systems, and they are very secure, military-grade encryption and all of our, servers and all that kind of malarkey. Top-notch security, and that transmits them securely to Postgold for Cash. They also never share or sell your information, and their services are all secure as well. So that basically means they then know, they've got all your information, and you'll receive an envelope. They'll send you out your envelope, and it will come like this. Now, they've done a dummy one, and it just says, what does it say? Sam Gold.
Creative, isn't it?
Very good, I like that.
Thank you.
Didn't Sam Gold make movies for Shop on TV? And then what you'll discover is when you open your envelope... Oh, can I do this without breaking it? Hold on, I've got my fingers are a bit cold. We don't have any heating in the studio tonight, and I'm, frankly, freezing.
The envelope's not very obvious either, which some people appreciate.
Yes, it's discreet.
It's discreet, that's it, yes.
So what you're going to find is that when you go to your pack, this pack is slightly different from the one I was showing you before. It's got a label at the bottom. So that has got your unique reference number on it.
It has brief details, so it'll have your surname, part of your address, and it'll have your reference number on there.
Yes. Yeah.
And that is because sometimes we're very busy people and we forget to pop the form in.
Yes.
So it means we can find your details.
Yes.
Because when you've requested your pack, we have your details, and therefore we can do a form for you at the office.
Unbelievable. And you really are very communicative, I believe is the word. You're like a family, really, aren't you, at the office?
We've all been there a really long time.
Yeah.
I mean, Steve's obviously the new boy that I don't know if previous watchers met Steve.
Yeah.
So Steve's been there about 15 months now. Then you've got B, and then you've got Tracy, Julie and Gail. So Gail deals with the admin side of things. Tracy generally makes the phone calls. Julie is accounts. B will help with the admin and do phone calls as well. I mean, there's obviously Michael. We don't mention Michael enough, which is our esteemed office leader.
Oh.
Or at least he thinks, anyway. But he's lovely, actually. As a whole, the company is really great to work for. I think the fact we've all been there so long is proof in the pudding that it's a good place to be. It's a great atmosphere. I've
tried very hard on my... Listen, when I came up through the ranks, I was trained as a journalist, and I've tried to do my investigative journalist bit with you lot and see if I can catch you out on anything. And I haven't managed to yet. And I don't think... I think I've covered all my bases, because at the end of the day, you are... The reason we selected you, Shop on TV selected Postgold for... Transparent, honest, you have integrity. And it does what it says on the tin. If you look at even the terms and conditions on the Postgold for Cat, or excuse me, on the Shop on TV .co.uk/gold page, or indeed on the Postgold for Cash website, if you want to go there directly and have a look, postgoldforcash.com, the fine print isn't even the fine print. It's just common sense, basic stuff. And there's no... If you do this and then sign it in triplicate and have it, notarised by somebody from Aberdeen, and then, and if this thing and this thing and this thing all align, and the planets are doing this and the sun is up in the east, then we might give you some money. Yeah. No. There's none of that.
Just send it in to us.
Just send it in. They'll look at it, go, yeah. But also, it's not mysticism. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is not Mystic Sam. This is Sam Gold. You have...
Says it on the envelope.
Says it on the envelope. Here's my card.
I'm going to have some made up now, thanks, Rob.
You should, please do. The name's Gold, Sam Gold. You have... lasers, don't you, or something like that? X-rays.
You want to get the toys out.
I want to get the toys out too. Yeah. Yes, darling.
So if we look at the process, people might want to understand the process of what happens when we receive your parcel.
Yes. Yes.
So basically, we receive it and we don't open it immediately. Okay. First thing we do is we weigh the parcel, then we open it.
Why do you weigh it?
We weigh it because if there is any discrepancies, we want to see your receipt from the post office. We want to make sure that our weight and your weight match.
Because they weigh it and they note it.
They weigh it, yeah. So that's on your receipt.
Apart from the fact that, look, these are specifically designed, these are really tough plastic, but you can't open them and reseal them.
No, not without it being very obvious. So
unless somebody had the powers of Magneto or something to remove, it would be obvious as something. But you check just to be sure.
I mean, sometimes a pack will come in, it will have sellotape on it, but that's simply because the customer's opened it to put the form back in. and they'll leave us a note.
Right.
But that's fine.
That's good.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
So it's been deliberately opened, but not by somebody with nefarious intent.
Exactly. So we open the packs then. All the information is logged onto, check over the
form.
The CX number, which is the tracking number. We attach it to the top.
Right.
We attach the weight at the top as well, and make sure that obviously the envelope and the form match.
Got it. So checks and balances.
Yes, it is. It's a very simple process, but it just keeps things running smoothly.
Sure.
Then it will come over to me, and then I will open each pack individually. So I will open them again, I will empty the contents onto my desk, and then I will put them into piles according to what initially I think they are. Some of them will have hallmarks, which we can go through shortly, and you can have a play with the loop.
Well, about to join ITV and STV, so we'll save the looping for later.
For then, OK.
Yeah.
But basically, if it doesn't have a hallmark, then we do use...
Lasers. It's actually an X-ray machine. It's a handheld X-ray machine.
Pretty much as you would have at the hospital, checking through your skin at your bones. This will tell me the contents, the metal contents within items.
It's specifically calibrated so that to recognise gold and platinum and silver and palladium
precious
and
metals.
Precious metals.
Yeah, and it will let me know what percentages are in there.
Yeah.
So
that is incredible, isn't it? That really is amazing.
It is a really handy item to have. A very heavy item.
Yeah, and a very expensive item.
And a very expensive item, yes.
Yeah. Have you ever been tempted to hold it up to your hand or something?
No.
No, don't. I don't know.
You don't know where you're going with that, Rob, do you?
I had no idea. I open my mouth and I hope for the best, which is pretty much the story of my career.
I mean, we should turn it on later.
That's why I'm an actor. They give me lines. Then I don't have to worry about what I'm saying. I know it's on the page. Yeah.
But so we will test everything. If there's no hallmarks or if it's not obvious, we will test it all.
Does that one work, or is that's an old model?
We like to call that the grandpa. So we use that if the beautiful yellow one is not working.
Because our director, for some reason, wants to test our plastic bars just to see if it.
Just to see whether or not you can pop it in a bag. Just send it in to us. I'll let you know.
Does it go,
It just goes, what has Rob bought?
Oh, it judges me as well.
It does,
Right.
Probably send you a patronising email as well.
Excellent. Folks, listen, please do check out your baskets. I know it's a ridiculous thing to say. It's costing you nothing. Zero, nada, nil, niente, nichero. You're going to get it all you get the pack for free. You can send it to Postcode for cash for free. You're going to get the valuation for free, and and if you don't accept the offer, you're going to get your items back for free as long as there's at least one precious item in there. If you don't know what you're putting in, it doesn't matter. I mean, don't put in cheese or wool or wood, things you know aren't good. But if you've got items that you think are precious metals, but you don't know. Maybe you've had a bereavement in the family, and there's a lot of items that look like they're valuable precious metals, and maybe you want to turn those items, if they are indeed precious, into money to help towards funeral costs, or a memorial, or a plaque, or do something nice for that family or friend who is no longer with you. So there are lots of things you can do with this, but you have to remember, you have to check out just like you were checking out a regular product, even though it's free. Oh, by the way, did I mention?
It's free.
Please stay right where you are. We'll be back with more with ITV and STV in a moment. What was that? Sorry, hello is what I meant to say, not hey. Oh, hey, guys. Welcome to Shop on TV with me, Rob Lock, with an E. That was just a line. That's an E. Back after the Christmas holes, a very happy New Year to each and every one of you. If you're just tuning in to ITV1 or STV, welcome. We've been on Freeview for the last 42 minutes. I've been watching it on Freeview, or 47 minutes actually. You're going to hear it all again. But that's good, because what we are sharing with you today is worth repeating. It bears repeating. Did you get some items over Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever it was you were celebrating, if indeed you were, and that you believe to be or know to be a precious metal of some kind, be it gold, be it silver, be it platinum, be it palladium. And maybe that gift, though thoughtful it was, is not necessarily something that you personally will ever wear or use. And you consider that money, or the money that you could get for that, is worth more to you than the item itself. Or have you got used or old or broken or incomplete jewellery and other items sitting around in a drawer or a shoebox or up in the loft or something like that, and you want to turn them into cold, hard cash? Well, you can with Post Gold for Cash. This is an exclusive partnership with Shop on TV and Post Gold for Cash, which means that in our exclusive offer, you will get for every valuation the exact same valuation you would get if you went directly, but we will give you an extra, or they will give you an extra 10% on top. There's no obligation. The gold selling pack is absolutely free. The whole service from start to finish and from finish back to the start is absolutely free. Extra 10% on top of your valuation. Now, it says until 30th of April. These dates, by the way, they're rolling. So when we get to the 30th of April, there'll be another rolling 4-month, prize draw, all the prize draws and all the rest of it, and the offers that then roll for the next 4 months. So in a sense, sort of ignore the date. But the 2 exclusive Shop on TV prize draw entries and plus the Post Gold for Cash prize draw entry, you're entered into those absolutely free of charge once you accept your offer. And basically, you could stand a chance, or will stand a chance, to win £500 as a live show special, exclusively for watching on ITV1 and STV. And they all close on the 30th of April. But if you send it after the 30th of April, then again, it will just go into the next prize draw, is hopefully what I've been trying to communicate. There's another prize draw that's worth another £500 worth, in this case, credit to spend with Shop on TV. And you will also be entered into Post Gold for Cash's regular £500 prize draw. So you've got 3 chances to win. All you have to do is go to shopontv.co.uk/gold, and you will find when you do that, it takes you to a page full of information. There are other ways you can do it too. You can go to the Live On Air shop now. That will take you through to our normal show page where our products are always showcased every night. Or you can go directly, as you see there, Post Gold for Cash, free gold selling pack. And that takes you through to the shopontv.co.uk/gold page. You can go there directly if you want to type that into your address bar. All the information that you need and all the information we're going to cover in this show is there in plain old black and white and pink and purple. Now, we've added this service as a product, if you like. Just like a vacuum cleaner or a dish mop or whatever else we happen to be offering you on any given night. The difference is free P&P, and it's £0 and 0 pence. This is so that we can transmit your information to Post Gold for Cash securely, and they will then send out your Post Gold for Cash free selling pack the next day. Now, unless it's a weekend, we'll cover that in a minute. Now, you can either add it to your basket, then go to your basket, then check out, which is it's one way to do it. You can see it requires a couple of steps. So then you go check out securely. You can only order 1 pack at a time, and there's a reason for that. We'll explain. If you think you need more packs, stay tuned, keep watching, keep listening. We're going to explain it all. And you can then either sign into your account if you're already an existing customer. You can create an account for free if you want to sign up, and so you can check out easily the next time you shop with us, or you can check out as a guest if you just want to be one and done. Now, this is what I would recommend you do. Go to our homepage. Go to our homepage. Click on Live On Air Shop now. Unless you particularly want to read all the information, but if you listen for 20 minutes, you're going to hear it all here anyway. Scroll down. Go to the product page, right there. Don't add it to your basket. Just click on the graphic or the image, scroll down, click Buy Now, takes you straight to the checkout page, check out, and you're done. And if you check out as a guest, if you go to the bottom, all you got to do, if you click that, please, Fraser, basic information, your email, tell them you're not a robot, then it'll take you to your, that's it. There is no payment page. There's nothing else. And you will get a tracking, or you'll get, I believe you've got a tracking number and all that kind of stuff. So what you're going to get is you're going to get a very nice welcome letter with some great information on it, including Post Gold for Cash's phone number. If you have any question, big or small, there are no silly questions, you can call them. In fact, if you're not sure, place an order for the pack. And by the way, you can do it over the phone as well. If you call our call centre now, 03333241241, you can order your gold selling pack there. So now it's Saturday today, so it's not going to go out until Monday, obviously, because it's the weekend. So you'll get this gold selling pack on Tuesday. So go and have a rummage around now and over the weekend. If you've got any questions at all, call them on Monday. And, you know, basically they're there to serve. So you watch the show now, you place your order today, Saturday. Tuesday you receive, because it'll go out Monday, you'll receive your pack with your forms. You fill out the form, you put your items in the bag provided, and you put that into the free, it's provided to you for free, special delivery guaranteed by 1 p.m. Royal Mail envelope. So, OK, that goes in there. Your form goes in there. You have to take that to the post office. You can't put it in the mailbox. Well, you can, but you won't have any proof of delivery. It'll take ages to get there and you won't have any insurance. Take it to the post office and they will scan the barcode, and it will be there's a unique reference on there as well for you as the customer. And they will give you a receipt. It will have the weight of your items. It will also have the insurance level that you have elected. The basic included is £750. You can increase that. We're going to cover that shortly. And they will also give you the information that's not only, or a receipt that's not only proof of postage, but also your tracking number, so you can make sure that it got there by 1 p.m. Usually they arrive between 8 and 9 in the morning at Post Gold for Cash. So that's it. It's as simple as that. Then your items will be valued for free. And then you will get a call, and if you don't want to be called, you can be emailed instead. We'll cover that shortly. And if you accept the offer, you'll get the money in your account the same day. If you decline the offer and you want your items back, as long as there's at least one precious metal item in the pack, they will all be sent back to you for free as well. And also at the insurance level, if you do pay extra, and we're going to cover this in a minute, if you pay extra for insurance and you have the items sent back, they will be sent back to you with the same level insurance that you sent them to Post Gold for Cash. But essentially, the entire service, apart from extra insurance, and if you want actual physical cash money, then you just have to pay for the envelope, for the special delivery envelope, for it to be delivered to you, which is £9. They're the only two expenses that you may have, but we'll cover that because actually, in one case, you get the money back anyway. So, here to tell us all about it, because there's a lot to cover, and if you've got any questions, please ask. But when you decide you want to get your free selling pack, they don't expire. You can have, they've had customers that have sent them back 10 years after they've had them. Make sure you check out, OK? If you don't check out, your info doesn't get to Post Gold for Cash, and you don't get your free gold selling pack, and then the whole house of cards comes crashing down. But here, speaking of cards, she is a great card, and she's got lots of cards in front of her, actually. I almost thought I was on The Price is Right. We are now affectionately calling her Sam Gold.
Thank you, Rob.
It's not really your last name, is it?
No, it's not.
No.
No.
But your first name is Sam, though.
It is definitely Sam, yes.
Yes, and you sure?
Yeah, well,
Final
it's
answer?
Samantha when I'm in trouble. Oh. So if you ever call
Robert
me Samantha...
when I'm in trouble.
Yeah. You always extend your name and use your middle name.
Oh, no, really? Oh, I didn't have that.
Oh, yeah, no.
That would, yeah. Anyway, let's not go... Moving on. Sam, it's lovely to see you.
And you.
And I've met you before, obviously, many times, and some of our viewers will have done. For those who haven't...
OK.
Who are you? And who are Post Gold for Cash? OK,
so Post Gold for Cash, the company name indicates obviously what we do. It was established back in 2009. So we've been going a really long time. Yeah. I've actually been with the company coming up 16 years. So wow. I think the proof is in the pudding. Yes. That it's a good company to be with. It was an idea from Ash, who came up with the concept of doing this. He teamed up with Ian, who had the knowledge of the jewellery side of things. And then between them, we were born. And I have been going ever since. I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
I mean, and basically, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the reason that we as Shop on TV have partnered specifically with Post Gold for Cash. You know, we looked at various options. We chose PGFC, as we call them affectionately, because they are one of the UK's most trusted scrap gold buyers. It is a safe and secure service via Royal Mail, the King's Mail, ladies and gentlemen, a closed service. You know, they've got their own underground and all that. Over 270,000 customers who've used the service to date. They are rated excellent based on over 2,000 Trustpilot reviews. You can go to postgoldforcash.com on Trustpilot and check out the reviews for yourself if you wish. And also, by the way, if you're ever under any illusion as to whether you're getting the best valuation, try the competition if you want, but Post Gold for Cash always promise to match any price offered by other online gold buyers. Now, it says, and it always scares me when I see, for terms and conditions, visit so-and-so, so-and-so.
It's very easy, terms and conditions.
All you've got to do is prove that...
Just got to prove it.
Prove the valuation from the other company.
Yeah, that's it. Basically, we just want a date, not to go out and have a meal.
Right.
We just want the date that they've seen it,
Yeah.
the weights correspond, and then we'll price match it for you.
So you're always guaranteed to get the best money. Now, you know, we believe you'll get a much better valuation. Again, we're going to go into all of this in detail. So keep watching. We'll try and get it all in within about 20 minutes or so, half an hour. You should have everything you need to know. So why not sit back, relax, and enjoy the show as we educate and inform. And
have a hot cocoa.
Have a hot cocoa. I would love a hot cocoa.
I'd love a hot cocoa.
Yeah. Do you know what? I've got a pint of milk in the back of my car.
Have you?
I didn't have to bring it in and put it in the fridge because the back of my car is going to be colder than a fridge.
That's going to be a nice one.
Up in Manchester, yeah. So let's get started. What can people send in?
OK, so anything that is a precious metal. Now, by that, we mean gold, silver, platinum, palladium. The main thing that people are very familiar with is obviously gold.
Yes.
And gold will have different elements to it, which you may know, you may not know.
Yeah.
But we can go through that, the different grades of gold.
Yeah, we're going to do that. So, I mean, look, we've given some examples there. Coins, earrings, necklaces, chains, bracelets, bangles. Except it could be watches. It could be the case of the watch, the strap, any part of the watch for that matter, maybe if it doesn't work. But more importantly, what you don't accept is basically any of this this stuff here.
Fashion items, foreign currency, anything that's plated. So that's, when we're talking about plated, we're talking about the rolled golds.
Yes,
You might find that you have like
fashion
a big...
jewellery, costume
fashion
jewellery.
The other thing is cutlery. A lot of people will send us cutlery, believing it to be silver.
Right.
But actually, a lot of the cutlery is not silver. It's actually just got a heavy plate on it. So if you are thinking, oh, you know, I've got this silver, I could send in this cutlery. Have a look. If it's marked with A1, that is a heavy plating.
Right.
And if it's marked with EPNS, that means it's electroplated nickel silver. Yeah, exactly. So
but if it has a lion, is it?
It is the lion. So the side profile of a lion.
Then it's probably silver.
Then it's probably silver, yeah.
But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? The good thing is, you don't have to know. It doesn't matter if you know or not.
As long as I do.
It's a free... Exactly. The expert, Sam and her team, they're the ones that need to know. This is a free valuation service. You can send whatever you like in. And you're probably thinking, Rob, I'm never going to get my knives and forks and spoons into that there bag. It doesn't matter. And, you know, maybe you've got a large silver jug or a plate or something like that.
Trophies.
Trophies.
We've had a few trophies.
I ate mine with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. Yeah, that's a very good one, trophies. This label, this is what, again, one of the great things about using the King's Mail service. This is not just an envelope, it is an envelope, and it's a tamper-proof envelope, but it is basically in the same way that money promises to pay the bearer, this promises to send whatever you stick in it or it onto via the post office to Post Gold for Cash. So you can sellotape that to the top of a box. It really doesn't matter how big the box is or how heavy the box is, as long as you can get it to the post office. It's end-to-end tracking, remember, and that's free. Absolutely free. So you never have to worry about if your stuff's really heavy. Is it going to be too heavy to mail, etc., etc. End-to-end tracking. It's next working day delivery, so by 1 p.m. 99% of the parcels arrive the next working day. Look, if there's a storm, when I drove up last night, there was a horrible storm. I definitely chose the wrong night to drive to. I mean, it was squeaky bum time the whole way. So acts of God, as we call them, or they are called, you know, that maybe one in however many gets there a little late. But otherwise it's next day. And Royal Mail, of course, we know are very good at that sort of thing. So, it's all free. It's you know, you don't pay for the pack. That's free, but you've got to check out online or on the phone to get it. The valuation's free. Then what happens when it arrives at Post Gold for Cash? where does the journey continue?
What do we do?
What do you do?
Upon arrival, the lovely Gail will weigh your pack prior to opening it. And that's because, as you've mentioned, take it to the post office, you'll get your receipt. The receipt will have your tracking number on, but it will also have the weight of the package.
Yeah.
So that's what we want to have the other end. So before we open it, we write that information on the envelope. Should there be any discrepancies?
But I was like, oh, how can there be? Because if you can't open and reseal this bag. But you said some do come taped up because people forget to put the form in and they open it and they cut it open and put the... And I thought, well, that's really clever. So that's deliberate.
Or they've not sealed the end of the pack properly.
Yeah.
So where, make sure it's properly sealed when you're taking your sticky little peel off.
Yeah.
Make sure it's sealed. So it just means that we can doubly check things.
To make sure everything's there.
Absolutely.
What if there was a discrepancy, what would you do?
So what we do is we'd ask for your proof of postage, which you'd then email over to us, and we would place a claim on your behalf with Royal Mail.
So the customer doesn't even have to do the claim with Royal Mail. You do all of that.
We'll do all of that for you.
And let's talk about this, because insurance is included. Standard insurance with every pack, no cost at all to you, is £750. But maybe you're thinking, well, Rob, I'm pretty sure my item or items are worth more than that. Well, not a problem. You can increase the level of your insurance. Now, this is at the post office. This is offered by the post office and guaranteed by the post office. So if you want to up it to £1,000, that will cost you £3.
Yes.
Fixed fee. Sorry, not fit. Fixed fee. If you want to up it to the maximum that they offer, which is £2,500, that is £10. So there, yes, Rob, you said it was free. Yeah. Well, all right, so you pay that initially, but if you accept the offer to sell your gold, post gold for cash on top of your valuation, on top of the additional 10%, will give you also back whatever level of insurance you paid for. Now, if you don't accept the offer, yes, you've paid £3 or £10, but you want the items back, they will be returned to you, and Post Gold for Cash will match that and pay the same level insurance to have those items returned to you. You send it for, you're going to get, you've spent a tenner, they'll spend a tenner, an extra tenner to send it back to you. And also, it's worth talking about the extra 10%. This is exclusive. If you sent two identical items, one directly to postgoldforcash.com and one through the gold selling pack you've got through us, and because all of those, all that information, that's why we've done it as a product, as a thing you essentially order for free, because that way Post Gold for Cash can track which customers came through Shop on TV. You, and only you, no one else, there's no other offer like this being offered by Post Gold for Cash to anyone, anywhere. You will get exactly the same valuation based on exactly the same empirical methods of valuing those items, and the same sort of methodology, business methodology, if you like. It's a tick list or a checklist of how to, these things are being valued. It's not just guesswork and I think that's probably worth about this. It's science, not fantasy, right? But the valuations would be identical, except you, as a Shop on TV customer, will get an extra 10% on top. Now, let's have a look at some people who've just sent it the normal way, and what they got for their jewellery. So here is a customer from Porthmadog. Am I saying that right?
Porthmadog.
Oh, Porthmadog, and that was last year in September.
September. Weird. Last year.
I know, it does look strange now, doesn't it? £456. Had they done it through Shop on TV, they would have got an extra £46 because Post Gold for Cash always round up. Then Wells, that ring, £161. Good. But they would have got an extra £17. Yes, they only round up. However, now, and that's free money, folks. That is absolutely free money. But then look at this. 18-carat gold from Ipswich in August of last year, £2,432, which is pretty good, isn't it? But through Shop on TV, they would have, on top of that, got an additional £244. Now, that's not an amount of money to sneeze at, is it?
It's a chunk, isn't it?
It is. And it's free money. £1,785 for that pile of gold there. The 9-carat gold from Whitby, that would have been an extra £179. And, you know, it doesn't matter. Whatever you get offered, it will be the same valuation as if you'd sent it directly to Postgold for cash, and you will get 10% extra exclusively through Shop on TV on top. So 1,642 for 22 carat gold from Edinburgh. That's £165 extra. And then the 22 carat gold ring from Leicester, £567, but that would have been an extra £57 on top. So, you know, order your pack. What I recommend you do, order your pack. It'll be on its way to you. It won't go out till Monday because obviously it's the weekend. You've got time to go and have a rummage around. And even if you think, well, I haven't really got very much, just hold on to the pack. There's no time limit. By the way, this offer doesn't expire. The pack doesn't expire. The offer doesn't expire. So you send this in 5 years from now, and you'll still... as actually my producer just said through my earpiece, you won't find a better offer from Postgold for cash. I mean, or actually, really, from anyone else, because you're going to match anyone, aren't you? So... look, if you've taken things to pawnbrokers in the past, it's a different business model. It's more of a loan. The anticipation is that you pay it back and get your item back. Doesn't always happen. They're trying to buy it for as low as possible, you know, and then ultimately, I would imagine, sell it for as high as possible. If you do decide to auction things yourself online, there are lots of pitfalls potentially with doing that sort of thing. It's not for everybody, and there's no guarantee that you're going to sell it, of course. Whereas with this, if there's precious gold or precious silver or precious palladium or precious platinum palladium in the same family actually, palladium's in the platinum family, then you are guaranteed to get an offer, and then you just have to decide to choose it or not. But it's based on actual gold market rates on the day, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Walk us through that.
So basically, how all people that do this, they will look at the...
London Bullion Market Association.
You. I always get the letters the wrong way round.
Yeah,
And then look at the mid-market, and then they'll take it from that.
What is the mid-market?
So basically, the price of gold will change twice daily. So we're just looking at it. The average.
Add them up, divide by 2.
Yeah. I don't know where my little dance came from there.
That's right, I like that, yeah.
Very Madonna.
Yeah. Strike a pose.
There's nothing to it.
Post your gold. Yeah. So that, and then obviously there is a tariff. You know, your business model of what you do this and how you do this. You know, is for profit. It's just like, you know, you buy, as I think I said earlier, you buy a Mars bar. You know, people. It's not just the price of the chocolate and the packaging, you know, there is a profit being made. So, of course, yes. But the thing is that it is probably the best value you're going to get out of your gold by selling it online, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. But obviously I'm extremely biased, so I'm going to say I think so.
No, but also you're guaranteed to match anyway.
I'm guaranteed to match, and you get your 10%, so you've got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
The other thing is, obviously you mentioned sort of pawnbrokers and you selling online. Some people maybe aren't too au fait with using, you know, going into detail on computers, or some people will find it awkward face-to-face. So we do find that, you know, some people would prefer to use this service because of the, and get the word for me, anonymity.
Anonymity,
because it's not, you know...
That's true. I mean, I did pawn to... when I was very young and a teenager, one of my signet rings...
Not that long ago then, Rob.
No, that's very recently, actually. Yeah, thank you. You can come again. And a couple of failed engagement rings. And there is, particularly if you're somebody that doesn't like to haggle or you don't like
just
conflict.
Awkward about it all.
Yeah, but and listen, even though Postgold for cash will, and it may very well be Sam actually, they will call you to give you your offer. If you don't like talking to somebody, you can just put right on your form a little note, or you can include a slip, whatever, handwritten or typed, whatever you like, just to say, I prefer, can you email me rather than call me? Or actually, can they elect to have somebody that you call somebody else? Yeah,
as long as you pop it on the form and say, I give you authority to speak to whomever, then that's absolutely fine. That's no problem. We will work with the customer to make it as easy and stress-free as it can be for them.
It's true to say, isn't it, Sam, that there's no eventuality where the customers watching have to ever suffer in silence, because they can just call you, can't they, about anything at any point in the process. Yeah,
for sure.
What's your number again?
01202 844 197.
And once again, for television...
01202 844 197.
And that is, by the way, on the welcome letter. You don't have to remember it now. So, yeah, when you get your... actually, while you're waiting for your pack to arrive, if you want, we'll keep giving you the number throughout the show.
Or you can
call on Monday. Or email.
Email me over the weekend.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Sam at shopontv.co... no, sorry. No.
Oh, I just got a new job. That was quick.
Oh.
It's
That's what happens
Sam.
when you have 3 weeks off. Yeah.
Sam@postgoldforcash.com.
Postgoldforcash.com.
Yeah.
Sam. Brilliant. So I've always wanted a Brucey bonus.
Haven't we all?
Well, yeah, probably. So shall we have a go at your little game?
Do you want to have a look? Maybe we could get some audience participation. Going.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
If anybody, would
if you
like
want to drop us an email, studio@shopontv.co.uk, or if you want to go to our little web box on our show page, and guess along. We'll do one for the audience.
OK,
Yeah.
OK, so we'll do this one for the audience.
OK.
3 rings.
Yeah.
Similar sizes.
Yeah.
Maybe different grades.
Right.
What do we think is the most expensive one?
Oh.
So...
1, 2, or 3. I don't know how feasible it is to get a close-up of that, but...
Should I lift them up?
No, leave them as they are, if you don't mind.
I won't fiddle, OK.
Thanks, Sam. We've got 2 Sams here tonight. Thank you.
It's very confusing.
Everything's freezing tonight. Right. It's very cold. -3 degrees outside. So it said bought a leg master. It's like, hang on, I think you got the wrong show there.
Can I help with that? Those 3 rings.
Yes.
Give us if we sort of say this one, 1, 2, 3.
Which one do you think is the most expensive?
Which one do you think is the most expensive? And we shall reveal later.
Oh, right. And we're not going to touch them.
No.
We're going to leave them as they are. So email studio@shopontv.co.uk or go to shopontv.co.uk and then you'll go to the shop now or shop live shop now. And there'll be a little web box, message box, where you can send us a message too. Kieran says, hi, Rob Lockworthy. Just wanted to wish you a Happy New Year and hope you had a good Christmas. Thank you very much. That's very kind. I did. I sat in front of my television and did absolutely nothing. Well, I did
Mine
drink
was
and
good
eat
as
a
well,
lot.
thanks, Kieran.
Yeah. I was just about to say, funnily enough. Yeah.
I hope yours was good.
Danielle says, hi, would like to...
is that my Danielle?
It must be.
And
From the gushing that's going on here on my iPad, yeah. She says, I'd like to thank Sam and her team for making my mum's Christmas. We sent the gold, and I received a call from Sam the following day with an offer that brought my mum to tears, as the offer was extremely more than she expected. It took away all her worries with the cost of Christmas and left her money to spoil herself. I strongly recommend this service, as everything stated on the show is true. The service is impeccable too. Thanks again. Tell us the story.
Oh, do you know what? She's one of your followers.
Oh, really?
Yes, she's messaged the show several times.
Right. Well, yes, of course.
And I remember Steve doing a chase-up call in the office. That's basically Steve will call you. If you don't send your pack back, Steve will give you a little call, see if you've got any questions. He was talking to her, and then I said, I think that's Danielle who's emailed into the show before. Yeah. So she was so excitable, and then I spoke to her about her mum's items. And they'd had a tricky few months. It was with regards to a dog, and so it was, they needed some good news, and I was so thrilled with how happy they were with what we were able to offer. And I think, Danielle, you're sending yours in soon. Is that right? But absolute joy to speak to Danielle, and I want to say that your mum's name is Merle or Merle or something along those lines is in my brain. But so lovely, such a lovely...
Maybe she will confirm. Well, thank you, Danielle, and it's very nice to know that you... funny enough, we were talking about you. Were your ears burning? We were talking about you before we came on air because that very story. And Sam said, she's one of your followers.
Yes, I do. I think Mum is a super fan, Rob.
Really?
I think a signed photo needs to go to Mum.
Well, I can't give them away usually, so...
Well, you can now.
Yeah. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate that. And, hi, Robbo, says the next emailer. Great to see you. Where were you at Christmas? Or Christmas dinner? With myself in front of the television, watching Love Actually. That was. I once got a Golden Globe, just dropping that in. Do you know what that's worth? I'm not fussed about it, to be honest, but I could swap it for some Mulberry Silk, and that's from Lady Gaga. She emails regularly.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder how our meat dress is doing now. It's got to stink.
Yeah. I don't know if Golden Globes are actually gold. But some trophies are precious metals, aren't they?
They are, yes.
They might be
silver. Silver, yeah.
Yeah, they could very well, even and then sprayed gold. And then, morning, Rob. It's lovely to see you on the telly again. Me and Alfie have missed your company. We hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Alfie absolutely loves his presents. Oh, from Santa Claus, yes. This is a lady who's been emailing regularly, and she's got this wonderful young son, who was spoiled rotten thanks to Shop on TV and her generosity. Well, I should say Santa's generosity. So I'm glad you had a good Christmas, and thank you very much indeed. And this is the thing, this is the time of year, isn't it, where you do sometimes get the odd gift where you kind of go... Thanks.
You're Wallace and Gromit the situation.
Exactly. Cheese. Yeah, sometimes you wish you'd had cheese instead.
Yes.
But, there are lots of well, I mean, in fact, instead of me just making them up, I mean, obviously, yes, bereavements and things like that, just stuff you've got lying around that's old or broken or incomplete, or you bought years ago. I mean, I wish I still had the 9-carat gold curb necklace and curb bracelet that I bought.
Such a good price
from the original shopping channel when I worked there back in the day, and I paid, I think it was 150 quid for the bracelet and maybe 250 or 270, something like that for the necklace. That they would be worth over £1,000.
Easily over 1,000, yeah, for sure.
If you've got legacy gold that's been sitting around, you haven't worn it for years, because gold prices have been going like that, you would be, I imagine, very surprised. But what are some of the stories that... And then we're going to play a game. I'd like to play a game. What are some of the stories that you get from people about where their gold came from?
There's loads of stories, obviously. Some people literally... Do you know what? I don't know where this came from. I was just clearing out one of the cupboards. I found it at the back of a cupboard.
Oh, really?
That's an absolute cracker, that is.
Yeah, really?
Up in the attic. Obviously, there's inherited items that people receive. I mean, you've briefly touched on, obviously, engagement rings, wedding rings. They're pretty standard things that come through. And there's no shame in that at all. Send it on in. But it's what people actually do with the money, which is quite interesting.
Oh, do tell.
So, I think I said on the previous show, there was a lady who's, I think, carpeted most of her house now from sending her items in. She sent a couple of packs in. Conservatory and lounge, I think, and bedroom have been carpeted. Lady from Telford, I always remember that. There was another one. They were doing it for charity.
Oh, great.
Yeah, a pet charity. So that was a really good
cause. Do you know what? That's a really good idea. If you run a charity... I don't know what the legalities of this
Maybe get a collection if people
get a collection
aren't sure.
of gold and bits and bobs.
Even if people aren't sure what the items are, but they're happy to donate it to the charity, send it all in to us. And we can pay it via cheque to a charity if you want, or into the charity bank account.
Bank transfer is the standard.
Yes, and much quicker.
And quicker. A physical cheque.
Yes.
Or actually even cash if you so desire.
Yeah, there's all three methods that you can be paid on.
Remember, all you have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is get your free gold selling pack. It is absolutely free. The service is totally free from start to finish, unless you do elect to increase your level of insurance at the post office, but even that is refunded when you accept the offer. It's quick too. You put your items in the envelope. The envelope, when you order it now, you've got to do it either online through shopontv.co.uk or by calling our call centre 0333 241 241, and it's £0 and 0 pence, free postage and packing. All of your information is completely secure. It's never shared or sold with anybody else. The same at the Postcode Gold for Cash end. And we've added it to our website as if it were a product. So you're buying it like you'd buy a mop or a book or a widget or a flange, a drone. But so you have to check out. If you don't check out, then you won't get your... You won't actually... In fact, 30 people have currently got these in their baskets and they haven't checked out. If you don't check out, your info doesn't get sent. You've got zero to lose. You're you're not even buying, you're ordering your pack through Shop on TV. We're your official shopping show on ITV1 and STV. We're a partnership with ITV and STV. So you're fairly reputable source, I would have thought. Post Gold for Cash have been around since 2009. They're rated excellent on Trustpilot, 270,000 happy customers. So they are actually one of the UK's, if not the most trusted source for scrap metal, selling scrap metal online. Scrap precious metal online. So you get your pack, you put your items in the bag, you get a welcome letter with all of the contact info for Post Gold for Cash. You get the form, very simple. This will be pre-populated with most of your details from when you actually submit your order for the pack, and then you just need to sign it and tell them how many items are in there. You can put your bank information on there as well. So and by the way, people thought, well, is it safe to put my account number and sort code on a piece of paper? No one can take money out of your account that way. only put money into your account. So it's not like a credit card. And if there are any crooks out there that want to put money into my bank account, I'll happily reveal my sort code and account number right now. So, but the thing is that even if you put something on there and then you go, actually, I'd rather it go into this account or that account,
let us know.
Or you want to put it directly into a son or a daughter's account, or grandson or grandchild, or wife or mother or father or whatever, you just tell them. They just tell you on the phone.
Just let us know. Yeah, as long as you've got the details of the account holder.
Yeah.
And it's a UK bank account, then that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, and even look, if you do happen to be watching somehow from abroad, we've had questions like this.
Well, I imagine it's much warmer.
Yes, it is rather cold today. If you happen to be in a warmer clime, or even a colder clime for that matter, as long as you have as you can tell, I'm a little chilly. As long as you've got a UK bank account, or can have it deposited into a UK bank account. You can call Post Gold for Cash and figure out how to, because obviously the packs are only going to work in the UK, but that you'll tell them how to get it to you other ways, won't you? Talk you through it, yeah. What have I missed?
I don't think you've missed an awful lot, to be honest. I mean, should we talk about if there's no hallmarks, what I might use?
Are you psychic? Because you don't have an earpiece, and my producer just said, what about hallmarks? Honestly...
I've got a special earpiece.
And then, to quote one of my favourite films, want to play a game.
OK, so if your item doesn't have a hallmark, do not panic. We will find out what it is. So generally, on a hallmark, it will have a number, and that number will correlate to how much gold is in that item. So, for example, would you like to have a look for a hallmark, Rob?
Yeah, go for it.
Feeling fun?
Yeah.
You're always feeling fun, I know.
That's a big one.
That is, yes. So if I pass you that...
Thank you.
How's your eyesight?
It's very good.
Right.
It's good. This is quite weighty. Oh, hello, you're over there. So that's... it's quite heavy.
Quite chunky,
now,
isn't
I know that the hallmark's probably on the clasp. Oh, no,
do you
actually,
want
probably
a
will
little
be on... Certainly.
So this is something that I would use within the office to find the hallmark on items.
It is... Oh, there we are. It's upside down, but it's 375. It's
375,
gold,
yeah. So 9 carat gold, meaning it's got 37.5%.
Now that is the weight. That's probably 10 grams, something like that, maybe a bit more. That's the weight of the chain, similar to the chain I had.
OK.
Because that's probably a.
So how much do you think that is worth now today?
I paid about £250 for mine back in the 90s.
OK.
750 quid.
Are you sat down, sir?
Yeah. Now, you see, didn't I say?
I think I'm going to have to take over.
Now, I was being conservative. I was going to say 1,000. I thought, oh, my giddy aunt, that's
and
what this would have been.
how many of us have those sat at home, doing nothing?
Yeah, I don't even know what happened to mine. I think I lost them. That is a standard curb chain. These were all the rage in the 90s.
Yeah.
Standard sort of weight. It's not even a particularly heavy one. 17... No, but the thing is, folks, right, so... £1,748, right? 1748. But if you'd done that direct to Post Gold for Cash, that's what you'd have got. But by doing it through Shop on TV now exclusively, you're going to get an extra 100, or they would have got, if that was real, £175 extra. Free money. Absolutely free money.
It's quite shocking when you realise the actual value of some items.
That's my rent. That is my rent. For a whole month.
Pretty good, isn't it? So, but
I live in Croydon, so.
Earrings. We've all got earrings, whether or not it's odd earrings or pairs of earrings. So these are really light items, but two different grades. So if I give you those.
OK, yeah. Am I looping? Oh, those are chintzy. Speaking of Croydon. Back in the 90s, I used to buy these from my second ex-fiancée. Oh, crikey. Where did they put the hallmark on earrings?
It should be on the bar that goes into the ear.
That's tiny. Hold on. Sorry. Can't see it there. My short-sighted, my near vision is terrible.
Might be up towards the hingy bit sometimes.
Yeah. Are you sure there's a hallmark on this one?
Yeah. I mean, I know what grade it is, but...
Where are you, hallmark?
Hello?
I mean, I can see it clearly. Yeah, just... let me try the other earring.
There is a knack to it. It's one of those things...
No, I can see it clearly. I just can't see any numbers. I don't see no numbers. You're having a laugh, aren't you? You said it was on the bar?
Yeah, usually it's along the bar.
Along the bar?
Yeah, look at the side, maybe the side or the top of the bar. We could be here all night.
I'm not leaving until... It's so small, the bar. I don't believe you. I've looked at both those bars and there is no number on those bars. Are you sure? There is no number on those bars. If she turns around and says, "Oh, yes, sorry, I realised they're the wrong earrings."
It might be the case. You never know. She says.
On the actual bar itself?
On this bit here.
Oh, on the inside of the bar. I didn't look on the inside of the bar.
So...
It's not on the side or the top, I guarantee it.
I think you could be right, but do you know what? There's no problem with that because I've got an X-ray.
Ah!
So this will help me determine the grade of gold. I don't think it will. But yeah, so if there isn't a hallmark on a item, I really thought there was. I'm so sorry, guys. We would just use this.
So that literally does X-ray the metal?
So, for example, if you've gone to the hospital and for them to see what's happening with your bones, they use an X-ray machine.
Yeah,
we do exactly the same so that we can determine the metal content within an item.
Yeah.
So I know this one, well, this pair, these are 9-carat gold. Very popular earrings. We've probably all got some. Not very heavy, are they?
No. Oh, no, so these are 9-carat, no.
Yep.
60 quid? 100 quid? 60 quid.
OK, we've put these there. And then we've got another pair of earrings here. Yeah. And these ones, funny enough, have a different kind of stamp on them. Definitely on there, because I could see it.
Oh, they're heavier.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, excuse me.
Because this kind of indicates the difference between, you know, the different grades that we have as well.
Trying to get the light on it. Oh, they are... That's upside down. Hold on. Bear with. Please hold. Please hold.
But in the meantime, anyone who hasn't checked out yet, check out. It's free.
RM5... Is that 525?
585.
585. Oh,
yeah.
So it's 14-carat gold.
So it's 14-carat gold, which means the 585 indicates it's got 58.5% pure gold.
I'm going to say for 14-carat, I'd say we probably would have sold those for 70 to 100 quid back in the 90s. I got 250, 300.
OK.
Yeah.
So...
Maybe 100 for the 9-carat.
So the 9-carat...
By the way, we have an unwritten law here that if I get it right, I get to keep the item.
Yes, and I've got cards that I'll change, so you'll never get it right.
OK.
So the 9-carat earrings, very light.
Oh, OK,
still
50 quid. OK, fair enough.
It's better than nothing.
I went a bit over there.
OK, so the 14...
I did start with 60, didn't I, or something? Yeah.
You did. You were ever so close with that to begin with. So the 14, what are we thinking?
What did I say, 250, 300?
Yeah. You sticking with that?
Yes.
OK, so not quite as much, but you see the difference. There's not a huge weight difference, but purely the grade difference.
You know why I didn't get it right? Because I have no idea what I'm doing.
Lucky I do.
Just guessing. Yeah.
You're doing a good job,
But also, you have weights and measures and X-ray machines,
yeah,
don't
we've
you?
got everything in the office to help us do this and find it. But, I mean, this is a typical little stash you might have at home. And we've seen a couple of the people that have just sent a bunch of stuff in to see what they've got. And you've got sort of broken necklaces, bracelets. I mean, that's the Figaro we were talking about earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Onyx rings.
Well, again, I had those. I had the Playboy version, and I had the one with the diamond. Now, the other thing is I had sovereigns and half sovereigns and things like that. And you'll take all of those, won't you?
We will take all of them. The only thing we will always say to you is that we aren't a bullion centre.
No.
But we will take the bars, we will take the sovereigns.
Yeah.
The thing is with sovereigns is they pretty much say what they are on the tin. You've got 8 grams of 22 for a full, you've got 4 grams of 22 for a half sovereign. So,
so if you've got actual bullion or if you've got Britannias and things like that, you might sell them through a bullion exchange.
Yeah, I would say
it's
shop
not that you
around.
won't take them, but you're not guaranteeing that you have a different business model to bullion dealers.
Absolutely.
But anything else?
Yeah, we'll take it. But this little stash here, so there's not many items, but what we're thinking, do you want to fill the weight?
Did you say the 9 carat?
9 carat, yes.
I can see the weight.
I can feel the weight.
I'm going to say £500.
£500.
Yes.
Are you ready, Robert?
Yes. Jesus Carimba.
And so with your extra
goodness
10%, what are you getting?
An extra £137.
It all helps, doesn't it?
English pounds sterling.
Yes. So, I mean,
that's amazing.
And that
you'd never have known.
That doesn't look like a huge amount of stuff.
And it's 9 carat, and that's stuff you could throw away almost, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, seriously, this whole service, if you've just tuned in, the extra 10% is exclusive to our partnership with Postgold for Cash. There is no obligation whatsoever to sell. To sell. You don't have to sell your items if you get a valuation and it's not to your liking. No problem at all. You'll still get your items back absolutely for free as long as there's at least one precious item in there. An extra 10% on top of your valuation. Now, when it says until April, 30th of April, the dates all coincide with the prize draws. It is ongoing. So after April, there'll be another 4-month prize draw and so on and so on and so forth. You know, your packs never expire. The 10% offer doesn't expire. But, you know, send it in as soon as you've got stuff that you want to get your money for. The longer you linger, then the longer you're going to wait for your money. 2 exclusive Shop on TV prize draws and also a Postgold for Cash prize draw entry. There's the exclusive ITV1 and STV1 live show special prize draw. That gives you a chance to win £500. There's another draw with a chance to win £500 worth of credit to spend on Shop on TV. And you'll also be entered into Postgold for Cash's regular £500 prize draw. So that's if they accept the offer, right?
Yes. Yeah.
You are entered into those for free. There's no extra fee, or there's no fee at all. So you've got 3 chances to win. You may very well win £500. In fact, we had a prize winner already from our last prize draw. Here is Marilyn expressing her gratitude.
She's lovely.
Saw the advert on the TV for Cash for Gold. Also, you get an extra 10% going through the shopping channel. So I sent it off on the Monday. They phoned me on Tuesday with the good price, which I accepted. Then last week I got phoned again to tell me that I'd won the prize draw, £500. Brilliant company, give it a try.
That was Marilyn, a real winner. And look, everyone's a winner, babe, aren't they?
Yeah.
With Postgold for Cash. Because remember, it's based on... well, you explain. I'm sitting here. I get so passionate sometimes. I do all the talking. I'm so sorry. How are you valuing or evaluating the items?
So basically, you want to know how we're coming up with the price.
The prices. Yeah,
okay, so anybody within this trade...
It's voodoo, isn't it?
It is.
That's what I thought.
It's magic. You know, earlier when you said, how did I know something?
Yeah.
I could just tell.
Yeah. Yeah,
really?
You can just tell. Yeah.
It's much easier
Someone
to do that.
speaks to you.
Yes, and I can do it. Or we take guidance from the professionals, which I think I said to you last time. So it's called the London Bullion Market Association. Yeah. Now, I don't know if you've all watched Mary Poppins, yes.
Oh,
and you know the bank, and you know when Dick Van Dyke is the old guy at the end of the table with all these people around him. Mm-hmm. That's how I think these people decide on the market value of gold.
Right.
So that's in my head. That works for me.
Mary
That's
Poppins
what's
is in your head. Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah, Mary Poppins is how I live and breathe. And then what we do, they change the prices twice daily. Mm-hmm. We then take the mid-market figure. And we work from that.
It's the same with the currency exchange. Because I do a lot of foreign exchange, currency exchange, because I live between America and here. and twice a day. So they take the average.
Yeah.
And so the first of all, this is what the gold weighs. It's empirical. They're not basing it on 9 carat or 14 carat. They're looking at the content, the actual content, the amount of gold that's in.
Yeah.
So, for example, if you weigh something and it weighs this much, 37.5% of it is 9 carat gold, or it's pure gold rather. That would be 9 carat. So you can do the math, you can do the calculation, and you know exactly how much is in there, right?
Yeah.
Basically. So if you've got 100 grams, for example, you know that 37.5 grams is actual gold, and then what's that price for the mid-market rate? And then obviously you have a business model. Ain't nobody working for free, folks. So, but it's very fair, it's very reasonable.
We do try to be as fair as possible.
So you're trying to make sure that yes, as a business, you're conducting your business, but you're also giving the best valuations you can and the fairest valuations you can
to the customers
as well.
And also it's about the service, because I think that we have an exceptional service. We're very trustworthy with the fact that we've been there running for nearly 17 years actually now. As we look at, we're in the new year.
Yeah, gosh,
we're coming into our 17th year. That itself, I think, is testament to the company and what we've been able to do for customers over the years. I mean, we've obviously paid out millions of pounds to customers. Our Trustpilot reviews are very good, and we're very quick. So, for example, ordering your packs now, we will send them out to you on Monday. You'll receive it Tuesday. We will pay you Wednesday. If you accept the offer, we will pay you on Wednesday. So
it's always next working day. So essentially, because it happens to be Saturday now, very early on Saturday morning, the post office is closed, obviously, and also Sam's here, and the team don't work over the weekend. But first thing Monday morning, all of the orders, and I'm going to explain why I say orders in a minute, if you've just tuned in, they will be processed by Post Gold for Cash. So out of the hundreds of people that have placed an order for a free gold selling pack now in the show, they will all be, and it's all electronic, all of the forms are all populated with your information. There are only a couple of extra bits you have to fill in, like your bank details if you want to, and the amount of items you're including, you need to sign a date. That all gets sent out to you Monday, before close of business, before the post office closes. So all things being, and it's first class, right?
Yep.
It will arrive the next day. So Tuesday morning, whenever your mail, your what do you call it? Your what do they call them these days?
Post person.
Postal worker. Yes. Whenever they normally deliver, your pack should be in there. So in that day, well, in fact, you've got the weekend as well. Get all your stuff ready. Yeah. Go have a rummage.
Talk to the family. Who
Have
else
a
wants to get
Wurzel.
involved?
A Wurzel rummage.
Yes.
And and then I'm sorry, I'm so cold that I'm delirious. And when the pack arrives, put your stuff in. You get your foam thingy pack and thingy. What's it? Dubry.
Your foam bag. Let's go with foam.
That's the one.
Do you want some help, Rob?
Oh, I really do. And then, you have to take it to the post office. You can't just put it in the post box, because it is essential for various reasons. Number one, they weigh it, so that when it arrives at Post Gold for Cash, they can compare the weight to make sure that nothing has gone missing, right? Number two, you get a receipt, which is your proof of postage. So if anywhere along the way, I don't know, a stork swoops in and grabs it from the post person's bag, then you're covered. There's a paper trail. You've definitely posted it officially through the Royal Mail post office. And then also it enables your insurance. Validates your insurance.
Validates the insurance.
Standard insurance is £750. If you want to get extra insurance, you can. So £3 it will cost you to add or increase it to £1,000 worth of insurance. If you want to increase it to the maximum, which is £2,500, then it's £10, right?
£10, yeah.
Now, if you accept the offer, Post Gold for Cash will refund that to you. Again, it's still free. Now, if you don't accept the offer and you want the item sent back...
We will match it. We will send it back matched with how you have sent it to us. So if you've paid the extra 10, we'll pay the extra 10.
If you think your items are worth more than £2,500, then they need to go in separate mailers. So call Post Gold for Cash and ask them for more mailers. You can only order one through Shop on TV, and the reason for that is if you ordered 5, they'd get 5 lots of information and they'd process them as 5 separate transactions, if you like. And that means that you'd get 5 phone calls from Sam, not that that's a bad thing, and you get 5 valuations, etc. So if you want it all done at once, then basically make sure that you call the office and they will attach it to your unique customer reference number, so it's all processed in the same batch. And if you want 100 bags, if you've got a load of stuff, and remember this is not only a bag, it's also a label. So if you've got a box with a big item, big bulk, I don't know, a silver plate or something like that, you can literally just sellotape it to the top, and the post office will accept whatever size or weight the box happens to be and still send it priority special delivery guaranteed by the next day. So it gets there for free. Then, when it arrives...
When it arrives...
Do they just leave it on the doorstep, or...?
No, it's all about security.
Yeah.
Make sure items get to us very safely. They are securely delivered to us, so that the bag is brought into our premises.
Yes.
It is taken out of the bag, so the post bag. Each individual item is scanned by the post office.
Yep.
That will then confirm to you if you happen to look up to see whether or not my pack has been delivered.
Because your receipt's also tracking, isn't it?
Yeah. It will confirm via your tracking number that, yes, it's in their building. From there, each bag is weighed individually. Like Rob said, that's to make sure that the weights when you've sent it and we've received it, if there is any differences, we've got the proof there.
Yeah.
So the information will then be checked on the form and the bag, make sure everything's okay there, and then it'll be given to me. And then I will value your items. So generally what I do is just take them apart. I put them into piles of what I believe to be the 9, 14, 18, silver, possibly no value items. And then I start looking for the hallmarks and I start testing them. If they don't have a hallmark, I obviously use the granddad gun.
You're Ronald? I call that Ronald.
Ronald, OK.
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan. Oh, my grandfather met him.
Really?
Yes, that's another story.
I bet it is.
So I will then check it all. Now, if you came through to us normally, then Tracy would phone you. So if you come through Post Gold for Cash, Shop on TV, I try to call you. But obviously sometimes we are really busy, so I do have to do a lot more value.
You're only one woman.
I'm only one woman.
Yes.
A mighty one at that.
A mighty woman.
So I will always try and call your customers because I've said before, I've got all the time in the world for your customers, and you know they are really a delight to talk to. I think it's very personal to them because it's like, are you the lady off the telly?
I
am Sam off telly. So and then, you know, chat away.
You could have a code word.
I could, couldn't I?
What would your code word be?
Popsicle.
Popsicle. So just ask for the code word.
Yeah,
and when
code word popsicle.
Then you know it's her.
I'm going to have to watch this now and rewrite that down.
Write it down, that's right.
But yeah, so...
Yeah, don't do that, we're just joking.
I do try to call all of your customers.
Well, it is, of all the companies I've ever worked with over the years, and it's been numerous, I think Post Gold for Cash is probably one of the best customer services that I've ever come across.
Oh, thank you.
Really, and actually, the customers absolutely rave about your service. We've got loads of testimonials, which we'll show you some in a moment, actually, if we have them. Should we do that now? Would you like to see a little testimonial? Why not? Karen says, I used this a few weeks ago when I saw it in the show. The lady's on there tonight with you, Rob. Oh, rang me the day after posting with such an amazing offer. The day after posting with an amazing offer. I was shocked at the amount. Such a prompt and friendly service. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Karen.
Do you remember Karen?
Do you know what? I think I might do, actually.
Here's Stuart from Middlesbrough, who says, great experience, prompt and super fast valuation, and then a super fast payment. Thanks to Tracy for being extremely polite and professional throughout the process. Would highly recommend. Again, names. You're seeing names mentioned here.
And it's nice they remember our names. That's quite sweet, actually.
We've got loads more of those where that came from. So, I don't know if did we get any emails with guesses?
They don't like playing this guessing game, do they?
I'm going to abandon it. It doesn't ever seem to work. If you were sitting at home, could you be faffed to send in the... There's no prize.
Depends how much I've had to drink, if I'm honest, Rob.
Well, that's very true. That's, yes.
Something I should mention whilst we're on, because obviously we do like to receive unusual items.
OK, yeah.
And some of the unusual items that we receive are teeth.
Oh!
Because teeth quite often will have an element of gold in sort
Well, if you've got a gold tooth, then...
No, it's going to be gold then,
gold,
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's gold. So we do have the teeth that come in and caps. Generally, we don't have them still attached.
But that's real. Is that real?
This actually came into us.
Amazing.
With a couple of caps on, which you can see we took off. But that whole thing came in. So if Nana's looking for her dentures...
You've got them. Yeah.
Let me know.
I wanted to point out, actually, you know when I was talking earlier just briefly about you can only order one pack for yourself. However, if you do decide, and I really recommend you should, it costs you nothing. If you do decide to create a free Shop on TV account, it's absolutely free. All we need is your name, address, your phone number, your email for tracking information, all that. You can safely and securely store credit and debit card information, but also you have an address book where you can, obviously your main address is your default address, but you can, let's say mum's got a load of jewellery and you want to send that a pack to her or friends or anyone you like. You'd have to do them as separate orders, but you can select their address, and also in the address book you can put their name and their phone number. So as long as you let them know they've got one coming and explain to them what it's all about. And look, if you send this to mum, because mum doesn't know how to use a computer or whatever. You know, my mum's completely phobic when it comes to using computers. Doesn't like talking to people on the phone. She's a bit, she's a bit sort of phobic about that. So you can have one sent to mum, for example, or someone similar in your family. But then also they can, when they fill their form in and such, well, maybe you could do it for them if you're close enough, but you could elect to have them, as long as you give permission, say I give permission for you to deal with, you, their son, for example, and your contact info, you can do all the negotiation. But otherwise you can just get them for all your friends and family. Remember, they never expire. The offer doesn't expire. And this pack from Shop on TV or Post Gold for Cash through Shop on TV is the only way you can get the extra 10%. Whatever you're offered, if you're offered £1,000, you will get an extra 10%, £100 on top, exclusively.
You know how we like to give money away?
Yeah.
Well, you've just reminded me when you've said about all your friends and family, get them using it. Yeah. Well, if you make sure you put your name at the top of the pack and say referred by, we'll give you 10 quid. Oh. And we'll give your mate 10 quid, providing you accept an offer of £50 or more. It's just giving out money.
You thought of everything.
Just giving out money.
You thought of everything, I know.
We've tried.
We're going to... we want to meet Steve because...
Oh, Steve's lovely.
I think this video actually tells the story of Steve, but do you want to set it up at all? Or?
So basically, it's almost like Steve began working for us by accident. He actually did a mystery shop on us. Oh. And it kind of progressed from there. He was so impressed that he ended up working
for the company.
Yeah, I mean, he'll probably explain it, but
let's find out.
He's a super guy.
Let's find out, shall we? Roll the VT.
When I first got involved, one of my friends asked me would I do some mystery shopping on the gold business, the gold selling industry, online stuff. So I've done some mystery shopping before, which I really enjoyed, and I love giving a bit of feedback. So I looked into about half a dozen, 7 or 8 companies, and I looked at Post Gold for Cash, and I looked at their process, and it was really simple, really easy to do, and I gave them very detailed feedback. And I chose that one company to send some of my items. Right. That I had inherited-ish. There was a few items that my auntie and uncle, God bless them, they left, and I didn't know what to do with them. They were gathering dust, and I was like, And actually, I sent the pieces in, and I didn't expect much, maybe £100, £150, and I think I got over £400 for the pieces that I sent through. Brilliant. And I just found the process so easy. From personal experience as a customer, I then chose to choose them as my trusted partner I want to do business with. They were very trustworthy, very easy to work with, and I accepted the offer. What I then chose to do was to buy a plaque for a bench in the local crematorium.
How lovely.
And so actually, when the weather's nice or even when it's raining, I like to go and sit up there. I really enjoy that much more than seeing a bit of gold sitting in a drawer beside my bed.
Oh, not even seeing it.
So, and actually it's got a little quote from Uncle Georgie boy, and it's got his little quote, and it was, I can't remember, what was his, I'll remember his quote later, but I think he said, go steady. He used to say, go steady.
Bless.
So I put it on the quote, go steady on the plaque, and it's his name, and my Auntie Sheila.
Oh, lovely.
Love them dearly.
And
that's what I use the money
so
for.
much more.
It means it makes my hairs.
It makes my hairs go on.
And I found, out of all the mystery shopping I did, I found Post Gold for Cash to be the most trustworthy. I found them easy to work with, and personally, I found the prices great.
And then went to work for them, which says
absolutely,
it all, doesn't it?
And I then enjoy sharing that experience of being a mystery shopper with the customers I speak to.
Of course, yeah.
Because I've got that lived experience, and I say, well, I did this and I did that, and I took photos of my stuff because I thought someone in the post office, someone might take it by accident or might get lost. So I wanted my own evidence. So I encourage people to do that as well.
Yeah.
But the trust was there. When I spoke to colleagues like Sam and others in the office, it was so easy to do business with.
Steve, you should tell that story again about your initial...
Yeah. So sometimes it's a hard decision to choose to part with some bits.
Of course.
But when it's just sitting there, you're thinking, it's gathering dust. And you just change the mindset. What else could I do with it?
Yeah.
So I chose to turn these few extra pieces from my amazing Auntie Sheila and Uncle George, and I posted them into Post Gold. I received just under £400 and I invested in a plaque. You get a 10-year lease at the local crematorium.
Oh,
so I know their plaque is on there for 10 years and it's a beautiful little memorial to them both, and their little quote says, go steady. So I sit on that bench and I think of them both and it says, go steady, and it's like, any day of the week, I'd rather that sit there than sit in my drawer next to me.
That means so much more to you.
Incredibly.
That
incredibly.
Jewellery.
And once again, it makes the hairs on my arm.
It does me every time.
You know, because and they would be so happy. And we all get little messages with feathers and robins and stuff. And I go and sit on that bench, and I often see a robin. And they used to talk about their robins all the time. And, you know, and I love that connection.
You are watching Shop on TV with me, Rob Locke, with an E. And ladies and gentlemen, you have tuned in for Post Gold for Cash. What is Post Gold for Cash? Well, funnily enough, as the name would suggest, you post your gold and you get cash. And it's all absolutely free. What you're going to do through Shop on TV, this is an exclusive partnership between Shop on TV and Post Gold for Cash. You're going to order for absolute free, no cost whatsoever to you, a pack, a gold selling pack. You'll get a little envelope like that. In it, there will be a welcome letter with all their contact information, so you can reach out to them by phone or email if you have any questions throughout the process at any stage, any time. You also get a form, which actually mostly will be pre-populated with your details that you're going to fill in either online or over the phone when you order your free gold selling pack. And then you just need to sign and date and tell us how many items that you're including. And you can even put your bank information on the form for where you want the cash to be deposited. You can change your mind at any time when you get the valuation. They will call you with the valuation. If you don't want to be called, you can ask to be emailed. They will email you with the valuation. And you don't have to put anything on there if you're not comfortable doing it, although it is completely safe, putting an account number and sort code. No one can take money out of your account, but they can put money into it. So you get that. You also get a bubble bag to put your items into, and one of these Royal Mail special delivery guaranteed by next day 1 p.m. envelopes, which are tamper-proof, and that, your bag with your goods, goes inside, along with your form. Remember to put your form in there, but even if you do forget, don't worry, because all your info's been transmitted. You've got your own unique reference that will be on the envelope down the bottom. They can find you and contact you. It's not a problem. But put your form in if you can. And then you take all of that to the post office. It has to go to the post office, because you're going to get a receipt, which is your proof of postage. It's also your tracking information, and it validates your insurance, which is included as well, up to a value of £750. If you think your items are worth more than that, you can increase it. We're going to talk about that in much, much more detail, so please do keep watching. And that literally will arrive the next day. and it will be opened under secure circumstances, and it will be valuated, is that a word? Valued, evaluated by professionals who will then call you the same day with an offer for what your gold or silver or your platinum or your palladium is worth. As long as it's a precious metal, it will be valued and you will get an offer for it. And if you accept that offer, the money will go into your account that same day. So depending on when you're watching this, obviously if it's right before a weekend, if you're watching us a pre-recorder, if you're watching us on Freeview where we play this show out as well, for example, if it's a weekday, then it's basically next working day you'll receive your pack, and as long as you get it to the post office that day, you'll get your valuation and your money the following day. So within 48 hours you've gone from getting this, putting your gold in it, or your silver, or your platinum, or your palladium, to getting money in the bank. You can get a cheque if you want to, and you can even get cash, actual dollar bills, as they call them in America. It's all free from start to finish. The pack is free. Sending the pack or your gold items back or your other precious metal items back is free. The valuation is free, and if you want the item sent back to you because you don't accept the offer, as long as there's at least one precious metal item included, they're all sent back to you for free as well. No obligation whatsoever to accept the offer. You can have it all sent back to you if you wish, if it's not the amount that you were looking for. Also, but exclusively, and this is only through Shop on TV, you can't get this offer anywhere else with anything that's going on with Post Gold for Cash, and actually anywhere else, because Post Gold for Cash will match any offer from any other online gold buyer. And when you do it through Shop on TV, you get the extra 10%. So not only do you're guaranteed to get the same amount, but you get the extra 10% as well. And you're included, when you accept the offer, into 3 prize draws. One is an ITV1 STV and also Freeview special prize draw with a chance to win £500. And then you've got a £500 credit prize if you happen to win that one. That's a second draw that you're entered into. And also, you'll be entered into Post Gold for Cash's regular £500 prize draw as well. Now, the next draw, they all close on the 30th of April, but after the 30th of April, there is another set of draws. That sounded funny. But they basically, it's every 4 months. So it's an ongoing offer. The offer never expires. The packet, the mailers never expire. The bags never, the whole pack, nothing expires. You could send it in 10 years from now if you wanted to. But obviously, the quicker you want your money, the quicker I would suggest that you get your bag in. So it's completely free. You could have this literally within 48 hours if you're getting it on a working day. If you get it right before a weekend, say a Friday, then you'd have to wait until the Monday for it to be sent out. But here's an example. So, for example, we're recording this show live, so it's actually Saturday morning. And if you're watching live, then we're live. Although you may be watching on +1, of course, as well. But so basically on Monday, after you've ordered your gold selling pack on the Saturday, on the Monday it goes out to you. You get the pack by Tuesday, drop it off at your post office before close of business on that day, and then Wednesday you've got your offer and you have the money in your bank. It's as simple as that. And it says for terms and conditions, visit shopontv.co.uk/gold. There aren't any terms and conditions, really. It's more information. There's no fine print. There are no smokes and mirrors. There's no hidden anything. You'll see it's all very clear and open and transparent and honest, and it's literally free from one side to the other. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty of it, but here, just very quickly, I want to show you how you place your order for the gold selling pack. You can either go directly to the page, put it in the address bar of your browser, shopontv.co.uk/gold, or you can just go to shopontv.co.uk. 2 ways. You might just see there, it says very subtly, Post Gold for Cash. Well, you can click on that, right? And that takes you to the /gold page, where this is all information. It's all there, everything you need to know, everything we're explaining to you, and probably will tell you even a little bit more. And any one of those buttons that says order my free gold selling pack now, just click that. And it takes you to the product page. We've added this as a product so that it can be sent directly to Post Gold for Cash, and so they know it's come through Shop on TV, so you get your extra 10%. It is free, though. Free P&P, you can see there, £0 and 0 pence. No credit or debit card information is required whatsoever from you. So you can either add it to your basket, and then you would scroll up to the top, and you would go to your basket, and then you would check out securely. You have to check out just as if you were buying a product online. When you click check out securely, you can either sign into your Shop on TV account if you already have one. You can create one for free if you wish to store credit and debit card information. Well, actually, you won't this time because although you can add your cards for later purchases if you wish, and you get an address book where you can have things sent directly all around the country. So you can order these packs for free for other people if you want to. You just have to process them each as separate orders. And you can, most importantly, check out as a guest if you want to. And when you click check out as a guest, basically, look, very basic information that we need from you. Now, we're going to clear that basket because the other thing, this is what I recommend you do. It's the quickest. It just cuts out a couple of steps. If you go to, on our homepage, Live On Air Shop Now, or you can go to the other page and click the button again. Scroll down. There is the Post Gold for Cash product offering. Click on that. And then scroll down and just click Buy Now. That bypasses the basket and takes you straight to the checkout page I showed you before. Same thing, you can sign in, you can create an account, or you can check out as a guest. But you have to check out. When you check out, there's no payment information being stored or used at all. That's number one, for your peace of mind. If you check out as a guest, none of your information that you give us is saved on our systems. It is transmitted securely through all that sort of bank grade encryption and what have you to Post Gold for Cash. Neither of us, Shop on TV or Post Gold for Cash, store your information. Sell or share your information with any third party. It's totally secure from front to back and back to front. And that's it. And as soon as Post Gold for Cash receive that order, essentially, with all your information, they send you out your pack. It's personalised. Your form's filled in mostly. A couple of extra bits of information you need to add. Sign it, date it, and send it off. So that's the sort of summary of it. If you've got used gold, old gold, incomplete gold, broken gold, maybe you were given a gift over, for a birthday or over Christmas or New Year or Easter or, I don't know, whenever, but just Hanukkah, maybe somebody proposed to you and you changed your mind later, but they didn't take the ring back. Whatever your reason is for wanting to get either your gold, your silver, your platinum or your palladium, as long as it's a precious metal. We'll talk about gemstones as well, if you've got gemstone jewellery throughout the course of our little explanation here. But I'm not alone, ladies and gentlemen, because I've got Post Gold for Cash right here. Right now, in the studio. This isn't just a lady. She is an institution. She's the institution of gold. Her name's Sam to her friends. Samantha to her parents. And her last name, it ain't gold, but it should be. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Sorry, I don't know what that was all about.
Well, good morning again, Rob.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. It's funny because people might be watching this on Freeview.
Oh,
and we had to record the show. We did that during a live show. They don't know we've done this about 18 times already tonight, haven't we?
That's okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing
it.
It's
good because people tune in and out all the time.
They do, and they all need to know what's going on.
Yeah.
But thank you for having me on again.
You're very welcome. It's been ages.
I know, it's been a while, hasn't it?
For the people watching live, you're probably thinking, what is going on? If you just tuned in, what exactly? I think that most days. As Silly used to say, what's your name and where'd you come from? But who are you and who are Post Gold for Cash?
OK, so Post Gold for Cash was established back in 2009, so we're coming into our 17th year.
So to me, that doesn't sound very up because it's like I'm from that era, but that's ages ago.
That is a long time ago, isn't it?
17 years now,
We've been going a long time. Yeah, we are, aren't we? Coming into our... Yeah, definitely.
17th year.
So it was an idea from Ash. Ash needed to find somebody with the jewellery knowledge.
Yeah.
So combined with Ashley and Ian, Post Gold for Cash was created and born.
Yeah.
I've worked there coming into my 16th year.
You started very young.
Very, very young, yes, indeed. Thank you, Rob.
You're welcome.
But most of the staff have been there for quite some time. I mean, obviously, we've had Steve, who's the newest member of staff, but the rest of us have been there for certainly sort of 15 plus years.
But you are a bit of a family. You'll get the impression... It's not like ringing some corporate giant, that's impersonal and sterile. You're phoning a family of friends.
Yeah,
really,
I mean, we do talk. I'm the worst one for doing it. I'm forever calling people my lovely, and no problem, we'll get that done for you, my lovely, and because it's just who I am. I mean, it's just how I talk to anyone. Anyone who's met me here will see that.
I've only known you 3 times we've worked together, but the first time we worked together, it's like we've known each other for years.
And that's how we like it to feel for our customers, and that's why we get repeat customers as well, because it's a very personal process. It's a very personal reason why they might be sending their items in. It might just be that they found them at the back of a drawer, but it might be that, you know, times are difficult. You know, they need some heating or something like that.
Yeah,
and so therefore, you know, they're coming to us with items they wouldn't necessarily want to sell. So it's nice to have a warm face now-ish, that if you're going to get your pack tonight, but certainly a voice that's...
Or today or whenever they're watching.
Yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, honestly and truly, and this company has more integrity than I've ever come across in almost... I mean, there are other companies with equal integrity, but it is of the highest calibre. You know, they're 270,000 happy customers to date. They are rated excellent on Trustpilot. It's on the screen. You can go to Trustpilot and look up postgoldforcash.com and read all the reviews for yourselves. In business since 2009, you know, businesses don't last 17 years unless they've got something going for them. And they don't get rated excellent on Trustpilot if they're a pile of poo-poo, because people are vocal these days, believe me. And again, it says it on the screen, free. It's honestly, and we're broadcasting, and this has to be true. It's not free, terms and conditions apply. It's free. No obligation necessary. If you get an offer and you're not happy with it, you just don't accept it, and then you'll get your items sent back to you. Now let's run through all the processes. When I say free, the standard service is free. There are 3 instances where you may have to pay a little extra money, but they'll be for things, added services that you will want. And we're going to cover those now. So the basic thing is you get your pack free. Yep. This arrives in your envelope. You put your stuff in your bag. You fill out your form. You take it to the post office. You get it weighed. They scan the barcode. They give you a receipt. You walk away. Arrives the next day. You open it in the morning. You evaluate it. You give them a call. You say, this is what we can offer you. Yes, thank you very much. And the money's in the bank the same day. Or no, thank you very much. And it gets sent back for free.
It's literally as simple as that.
Free. Yeah. So let's talk about, because obviously if you're selling gold, the first thing anyone's going to say is, oh, is it insured?
OK, so it's automatically insured up to £750. However, you may think, I think it's worth a little bit more.
Here's scenario 1 where you may pay extra money. Go ahead, Sam. Sorry.
Here's number 1. Yeah. So if you feel that your items may be worth up to £1,000, you need to, when at the post office, ask to increase your insurance to £1,000, which will cost you at that stage £3. And
that's a standard, any post office in the land currently, that's the standard
£3 to insure it to £1,000. Now, the maximum insurance you can have on the pack is £2,500.
So it's £1,000 or £2,500, right?
Yes.
Yeah, OK.
OK, so if you want the £2,500, you will be asked at that point to pay £10.
OK.
However, upon receipt of your pack, we will know that you've paid this additional insurance because there'll be a sticker that the post office has put on the outside, either indicating £3 postage or £10 postage. Okay. Now, it reads that because we've paid the other part of the postage, so up to that point.
Understood.
We will then write that on your form so that when whoever calls you, whether or not it's myself or Tracy, we will say to you, and don't forget, we need to give you your £3 back or your £10 back.
So, in other words, if you accept the offer that you've given,
we will give you that back.
You will be refunded on top of. I want to make it clear. I'm very sceptical. I know you are as well, Sam. I used to be cynical, and then I thought, what's the point? So OK, if you use the service normally, you send, I don't know, you send this. Well, that's a bit light.
Please don't send us that.
Please don't send that. You won't get much for it. You send this lovely gold bar to Post Gold for Cash, and directly, postgoldforcash.com, and you'll get a valuation. And we're going to talk about the accuracy of the valuations and how it's the same process for everything in a minute. But then you do it through Shop on TV when you've added extra insurance, and you're like, will they just bury the refund? Will they value it for less and then add the money back on for the insurance? No. If you send this gold bar and this gold bar, this one goes directly to Post Gold for Cash, and this one goes through Shop on TV, The valuations will be exactly, if they arrive on the same day, they will be exactly the same. And we'll explain why in a moment, because it uses the mid-market gold rate. And we'll tell you what that is if you don't know what it is. And then a very specific formula for the operation of your business. And then two things happen. If you're a post gold for cash customer, well, that's it. You're done. If you're shop on TV, hello, then same valuation. So let's say it's £1,000. You, exclusively through Shop on TV, will get an extra 10%. Post Gold for Cash will give you £1,100. £100 of free money. If you paid £10 for the maximum insurance and you accept the offer, you'll get £1,110 because they'll give you the £10 back on top. So it's completely transparent. Now, let's say, for example, £10 insurance. Someone paid that,
yep,
and then they don't accept the offer. Then what?
So instead of giving you your £10 back, what we will do is we will return the pack to you with that enhanced insurance. So we will pay the £10 from our end to make sure it securely comes back to you with the level of insurance.
So you spend £10 as well, an extra £10 as well?
Yeah.
And there's no discount at the post office. You get yours for £6. No. It's £10 to you, it's £10 to everybody.
Yeah.
So that's very fair. And there are certain criteria about what you can and can't send or should and shouldn't send. But the fact is, it really doesn't matter because you don't have to be the expert. They're the experts. So if you've got a pile of stuff like this, looks like gold. Actually, it doesn't look anything like gold. £22 for 8 of those plastic gold bars. Would you believe it?
But actually, all of the items here are no value.
What?
Every item here is of no value.
These are all...
Yeah.
I didn't know that. But it doesn't... See, it doesn't matter. Maybe you've inherited this. Yeah. Maybe you've had a bereavement in the family or someone's left you something or, you know, you don't know whether it's a gift, you don't know what... I mean, it wouldn't be the first time someone's received a gift that they've been told is real and then find out it's not. But the point is, what happens in that scenario?
So basically, all you need to do is bundle everything you've got that you want to send in to us, OK? Because it is difficult to see unless you've got the tools or the knowledge to determine which is which. It all looks the same, doesn't it, really?
Sure, sure.
So that's where we come in. That's our job to do that. So don't you worry. Chuck it all in, send it to us, and we will look through the items and we will determine the gold grades of the items.
So how do you do that?
OK, so hallmarks is what we initially look for on an item. Yeah. So the standard gold grades are 9, 14, 18, 22, and obviously then you've got fine gold.
Yes, yes.
So 9 carat gold is the lower end of the gold scale, simply because it has the smallest percentage of pure gold within it. Yeah. So a hallmark on 9 carat gold will read 375, and that indicates the percentage, which is 37.5 of pure gold.
And can I just say, and I haven't mentioned this, I don't think yet anyway, it doesn't matter what colour of gold, because rose gold, it doesn't mean that the gold's rose-coloured, they just mix it with copper.
Yeah.
If it's white gold, the gold's not white, it's still yellow. They just mix it with white metals. Yeah. And there could be it could be pink gold, it doesn't matter. You know, the gold inside it is still gold.
Yeah. It's all to do with the percentage of purity within the gold, yeah, absolutely.
And if you haven't got a hallmark, because a lot of places don't have hallmarks, then psychic powers?
Sometimes I try to use the psychic powers. If maybe I'm wearing a hat and that's not working so well, then I use an X-ray gun.
An X-ray gun.
So this basically, imagine if you will...
I don't know why I found that so funny.
Going to the hospital, and in order for them to determine if you have any broken bones, they will use an X-ray machine.
Yeah, sure.
So this is literally the same process for me to determine what...
Yeah, and it's not X-ray as in, like, you know, as a fun name. It's real X-ray.
Yeah,
but it's specifically calibrated to measure how much. It says it, how much gold, the content of the gold within. Yeah, so and it's not just gold. Let's go through what you can and can't. Well, hey, you can send whatever you like because let them value it for you for free. It don't matter. They'll tell you. It does, as long as it's precious metal. So here's what they don't accept. They'll accept it, but what you won't get any money for. Copper or cupronickel coins, foreign currency, fashion watches, costume jewellery, anything that's gold-plated or rolled gold or pinchback, you know, all that kind of stuff, silver-plated, any electroplated nickel, silver tableware or cutlery, unless it's real silver. We'll tell you how to figure that out in a minute. Pewter or crystal. But they will accept, well, just gold anything. Or silver, real silver anything. Yep. If it's 925 sterling silver, I think there are other grades of silver.
There are. I mean, it can go down to 800 grade as well.
Oh, really? It can be platinum, or it can be palladium. Palladium is actually from the platinum family. It's just a rarer variant of it. What was the other one? Iridium. Have you ever done iridium?
No.
That's the third member of the platinum family. It's
you
even
always
more.
like to bring iridium up. I think it's you like the word.
I do. It's even more valuable than palladium and rarer, much rarer. Yeah. Anyway, but the point is, as long as it's a precious metal. Yeah. But you've got to check out to get this. If you don't actually put this in your basket and check it out, or just go buy now and check it out, then you're not going to get the pack. It's absolutely free. It's as transparent as possible. We don't need any payment information from you whatsoever. We just need, obviously, your name, your address, your email, and your phone number. That's because otherwise, how can
I call you?
How can Sam call you or get in touch with you, and how can you get your pack to Postgold for cash to get your money? So we've covered insurance, we've covered what you can and can't, or should and shouldn't send. But let's talk about, cutlery just came up, didn't it?
Okay.
Because look, I remember we had our Sunday best cutlery. Yeah. And it was silver, our
back
wager.
along, absolutely.
Yeah,
it was the posh stuff, wasn't it?
The posh stuff, yeah.
You know,
in a special thing that lifted up.
Yes, the doors have to be cleaned. So, yes, there is silver cutlery out there. What you're looking for, this is a great example, is the side profile of a lion.
The side profile of a lion.
Yeah, if you've got the side profile of a lion.
A third of the England emblem.
Yes. Look you go. Yeah. But what you might find is you'll have items which look like they could be silver. I mean, for example, that's what I prepared earlier. Sure. This one looks like it could be silver, but unfortunately it's not. It's got lots of little markings on the back, but the big giveaway is right at the top. You've got an A1, which that just indicates it's a very heavy plating. Right. The other thing to look out for is on sort of platters and things like that, you might have EPNS. Which is electroplated nickel silver. So unfortunately, we don't accept that.
But again, if people sent it to you...
We'll check.
And I wanted to say, by the way, this is a bag. You probably realise that. It's a very special bag, though. Obviously, you can send whatever goes in it. But because it is the King's Mail service, it's also a label. So if you stick that on top of a box with obviously all the important information pointing upwards, it doesn't matter how big the box is, and it doesn't matter how heavy the box is, it will still be, the post office will still accept it, and they will still send it, and special delivery guaranteed by 1 p.m. the next day. So if you've got, big silver platters or trophies, jugs, silverware, any kind of, or if you've got a gold platter, you're very lucky, obviously. You can put it all in a big box. Obviously seal it securely, but once you've got it into the post office, it's a closed system, isn't it? They have their own vans and transit, and even their own underground, end-to-end, exactly. Yeah. So that label is good for anything, and if it gets to Postgold for cash, and they check it and they find that it is legitimately precious metal, then how do you? Because I want people to understand this. It is not guesswork. It is not however you're feeling on the day, and so there are certain times that you don't want to send it in. It's not anything other than an empirical formula, starting with the most empirical formula for gold of them all from the London Bullion Market Association, which is...
Yeah, so basically it's the people that make the prices. It's based on markets around the world. It's, lots of things that are involved to getting this price. Yes. And then it's basically altered twice a day, morning and
every
afternoon.
Day? Yeah,
every single day.
At weekends? I don't know if it is at weekends, actually.
I don't think it is at weekends. I don't work weekends.
What's that like?
Oh, hang on a minute. Yes, I am. And then basically what we do is we look at the mid-market figure.
Yes.
So.
And then, you have a specific percentage as a business that as a charge for your services that you take off of whatever the mid-market valuation is.
Any company would have to.
Any company does the same. Look, you buy a flange. And there's a percentage of that flange is for the shop.
Yeah.
It is a business. You buy an air fryer from us. The manufacturer has sold it to the wholesaler. and then the wholesaler sold it to the retailer, and you know, look, I mean, the thing is, it is a fixed, apart from the mid-market rate, which obviously changes twice every day, and they take the first and the second, add them together and divide by 2, so it's the average. So it's probably the opening of the stock exchanges and all that kind of stuff and malarkey, and then a very specific formula for post-gold for cash. So, and here's the great thing that you can guarantee, and do you know what? When this will become clear in a second.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm hoping. I'm crossing my fingers. I couldn't work out why you would match a price, because if I had an offer from somebody else and it was higher than I would have got from you, why do I then want to go to all the hassle of getting it back from them and then sending it to you? And then it dawned on me, you don't get the extra 10% with anyone else. What am I talking about here for those that are going, what's Rob talking about here?
Well, if you order a pack via Shop on TV, send it to us, you get an extra 10%. Not everybody gets that.
And you will match any offer from any online gold buyer, as long as the customer provides
if you can
proof.
Provide the proof that it's the same items and the date that you sent it. So quite often you might just have an email confirmation of it. That's mostly what people do nowadays. So just copy us in on that, and then we'll do that and give you your extra 10%.
And you get the extra 10%. So look, maybe you've sent it to Post Gold for Cash and you didn't like Post Gold for Cash's offer, and that's fine. You know, there's no obligation to accept. And then you sent it to someone else and they offered higher, then they can send it back to you and you will match that, even though it was lower the first time, and you'll also give them an extra 10%. But
crazy, isn't
here's the other, I want to ask you, what if they didn't send it to you first, and they sent it somewhere else, and they got a valuation, and they're like, oh, I want to get my extra 10%, so they send it to you, and they show you what they got from somebody else. What if you deem that it's actually worth more?
Then we'd pay them more.
So you'd still say, actually, we'd have given you more than that.
Or, you know, the market's moved.
Honesty, integrity, trust. This is why you get... That's our motto at Shop on TV, to be a hit. HIT, honesty, integrity, trust. But this is why we deal with... And also ITV and STV and Freeview. You know, it's all reputable sources, reputable places to find a way to turn gold that you don't want anymore. Look, you know, maybe... I'm going to ask Sam in a moment about some examples of real customers and why they sent their gold in and what they spent their money on as well, which is always fun. But, you know, maybe you were given a gift and you didn't like it, but you accepted it graciously, waited for them to leave, and then, right, where's my envelope? No, it happens. It does. Because you can turn that into money and you can use that money to buy something that you actually would like. Maybe you've got some jewellery from years ago that you never use anymore. I'm going to show you a little bit later. There's a chain here somewhere that's exactly the same as one I bought in the 90s for about 250 quid. You wait to see what it's worth today. Because you saw that graph we showed you. The price of that was in 1 year. The price of gold has gone up massively. But since they started recording that, and it's been decades, if not more than a century, the gold has gone like that. So this is why, if you've got legacy gold that could maybe an old curb chain or an old signet ring. I mean, crikey, an old sovereign or half sovereign. I bet a lot of people have got those. Could be a sovereign or half sovereign necklace or ring.
Charm bracelets.
Charm bracelets. I mean, I stopped wearing my sovereigns toot sweet once they went out of fashion. I wish I still had them. I don't know what happened to them, where they went to. But by jingo, it'd take your breath away what those are worth now. I mean, a lot of people do actually go crazy over how they cannot believe how much money they're being offered.
Yeah, it's the reactions are absolutely amazing. It really is. I mean, I've had a few just before Christmas, and we all know it's a little bit pinched towards Christmas time, and they were absolutely thrilled with the offers.
Danielle actually was one of your customers who emailed, and her mum's name is Meryl, and she couldn't believe basically how much the offer was. And also her mum, now you see, I was going to say, her mum was obviously is a sensible gal until she said that she'd be happy to receive a signed photo of me.
See? You are welcome,
She's a super fan, apparently. Thank you. And she said, thanks again, and don't forget a bonus of recommending a friend. So what's that all about, then?
So basically, if you use our services...
and
you refer your friends or family to use us, Providing you write on their form, or they write on their form, referred by, for example, Danielle, then providing we pay £50 or more, we will give them £10, both, each £10. So Danielle and, for example, her mum would receive.
So when did that all start, that story then with Danielle? Does she ordered because you know people
Danielle
watching this on Freeview.
Is one of your watchers.
She's one of my watchers.
Yes, she is. Yes. I don't mean that about her. I mean that in a good way.
That did sound a bit creepy.
It did. Sorry about that, Danielle. So, but she's just been so lovely, like the entire process. She's literally gone through all of it.
So she got a pack and...
She got a pack. She got a call from Steve, who, you know, said any questions or anything like that. I then remembered that she'd emailed the show, and so she could hear me in the background. She thought that was really quite amusing. And then she dealt with her mum's items. So, you know, you sort of said historically, if somebody wants you to do it on their behalf, you can do that and send it in. So, actually, Danielle, when you send your pack in, make sure mum's referred you.
Because so the referrer gets £10 and the referee gets £10. Just make sure you can write notes on the form. You can include
whatever,
because you include not the welcome letter, which has got all of Post Gold for Cash's contact info, but the actual form you need to put in with the pack. If you forget, don't worry. You've got a unique reference number, they can find you.
We've got skills.
But you can write on there, you can write on the back, you can include a handwritten or a typed note. If you want somebody else to deal on your behalf because you don't like dealing with people, maybe you don't want a phone call from Post Gold for Cash, you want to email, just put all of that information. If you want somebody else to deal on your behalf, just make sure you say, I give permission for so-and-so to deal with this on my behalf, and here's their number and email or whatever. And this is the great thing about Post Gold for Cash. It is versatility. There is, with so many corporate... You know what it's like when you go and buy something, or you buy a new bed, and everything has to be in a strict, you know, sort of regimented process for business reasons. But because you're dealing with a team of human persons, people here, there are really no rules. You know, if you put your bank info on there and you say, you know what, I've decided I want to put it somewhere else. When they call you or email you, say, actually, can you put it in this bank account, please? Or actually, you know what, why don't you send me a cheque? You'll do that, right?
We'll do that, absolutely.
What about if I want pound notes, mate?
You can have pound notes, mate. You can have them.
Now, this is the scenario 2.
Is this number 2?
Yes, number 2, where you might spend some extra money.
It is. So all that we ask is that you cover the postage to have your cash sent to you special delivery. So £9. Yes. And we will send it out to you, and you should receive it
because it's a special request. It's, you know, normally it would cost you nothing to put it in, so it's fair to ask the customer to pay that. And what do you do? Just deduct that from the valuation?
Yes.
Right.
So it's not like you have to send us £9 or anything like that. We take it off that, and then we send you the £9.
I think that's very fair, So scenario 3, and there are only 3 where you might have to spend some extra money. If you send in a whole bag of stuff, and by the way, we'll talk about if you don't think it's going to fit in here, or you don't think that the insurance is enough, even at £2,500. Fraser, remind me that's the next question. We'll talk about that in a moment. But if you send in a whole bunch of stuff and you've no idea whether it's worth anything, and it's not worth anything, then what? OK,
so if your entire pack is of no value, so, for example, all of this stuff, or watches, that sort of thing, all we ask is that if you want that pack returned, special delivery, we would ask you to cover the special delivery postage.
And that's it?
And that's it, basically, yes.
Yeah. Now, and how would you collect that money from the people?
Bank transfer.
Bank transfer, OK. Yeah. And if, let's say, they want it all returned, so that's only if they want it returned. If they don't want it returned, because they...
dispose of it for you, no problem,
Now, what if they paid £10 extra for the maximum insurance and they want it returned?
We'll return it to them. Ooh, I think we'd return it to them with that £10 insurance, actually. Right. Yeah. It's fair.
So they'd pay for just the basic postage, and you'd pay the insurance back.
Because we say we do, so we will.
Yeah. I mean, I've tried to stump them, and I've not been able to find a single dishonest bone in any of these people's bodies. It's very disconcerting. I had much worse hopes for humanity than these people have shown up and proved that I was wrong about.
I'm just a good egg.
I know. Let's talk about insurance. So, standard insurance with your pack, free pack. Again, order it online at shopontv.co.uk. or go to shopontv.co.uk/gold, and then I'll add it to your basket and then go through the checkout process, or just click buy now and go through the checkout process. You won't be charged anything. You won't even be asked for your credit card information. You can check out as a guest as well. It's just to transmit the information to Post Gold for Cash securely through our servers, and so that basically they know it's come through Shop on TV, because if they don't have, and it's very specifically marked, otherwise you won't get your extra 10%. So if you do it through Shop on TV, you will get your extra 10% on top of your valuation, and on top of if you've paid for extra insurance and you accept the offer, then they will refund that on top as well. Yeah. But what was? Oh yes, let's say that insurance, you can pay £10 to get up to 2,500. Yeah. But let's say I've got a bunch of items and I'm like, I think those are probably going to be worth more than £2,500. What do I do? So
what you do is you still order your initial pack through you guys, so that you have your...
And you can only get one, can't you?
Yes, so...
Why is that?
Well, because what we need you to have is your unique reference number. We don't want you to have different numbers.
So if I ordered 5 packs, I'd have five different numbers, so it would be a mess, yeah.
So order your pack. Once you've got your pack through and you've got your reference number, phone us, and we will then manually send you out further packs, because what you can then do is split the items across the packs according to what you feel the value is. So as long as you go up to 2.5 on each one, and again, we'll pay you that. You know, if you pay £10 postage on this one, £10 postage on this one, we will still give that back.
You don't know. You may not know.
No.
And you might put something in a £2,500 insured envelope,
and it might
be worth less, or it might be worth a bit more.
Yeah.
But the fact is,
you need peace of mind.
You're taking it to the post office, and the chances of that ever getting lost are incredibly slim. And also, it's a completely closed loop. There are no couriers involved that are not employed, trusted postal employees of Royal Mail. So it's as safe as houses, and it couldn't be safer. End-to-end tracking, next working day delivery. Look, over 99% of parcels get there the next working day. That's only if there's been a storm. I drove up to Shop on TV to our Manchester studios in the middle of a blizzard, and the trains had shut down in the afternoon. The roads were hazardous. I'm glad I made it in one piece. It was awful. It was treacherous. So there are those I guess are classed as acts of God. Every now and then, maybe it doesn't get there the next day. It comes the day after. No biggie. Totally secure delivery. There are no safe place deliveries, so a signature is always required, and it's always within your premises, isn't it?
So the person that brings in the post comes into our premises, which is all... CCTV cameras, we've got secure doors that are all coded, that sort of thing. So, and then once they're in there, that's when they are open the bag with the packs in. So they are literally taken out one at a time by the postal worker and scanned in. So you will then see, if you check on your tracking number, that we've received it at that point. Do give us time to value the items though before you call. So if you see that we received at 8:35 and you call me by 9,
chances are you haven't got to it yet.
Not got to it just yet.
Usually by
between
midday.
8 and 9, the packs are received, and by midday we try to have them valued by midday.
And also, as you say, you've got CCTV on premises. That's also to make sure that even though you're all trusted people, you're all watched as well. And everyone's it's all very, very, very secure. The premises are secure as well, because obviously they're the undisclosed location. Because there's a lot of gold there. Yes, and precious metals. So again, it can be gold, it can be platinum, it can be palladium. Let's talk about gemstones, because some people have got gemstones in their jewellery. What's the scoop? Okay,
so the norm is anything that is a diamond and it's 1/4 carat or more, we will offer you extra. That's where Mike comes in. Mike will have a look at the diamonds. He will test them, check that they're not labs and that sort of thing. Because they are, quite...
So if it's a real diamond, over 1/4 carat.
1/4 carat.
Minimum,
then we'll make an offer. If it's under that, then generally we don't. But you've also got things like, quite often... like obviously the onyxes are in there. You've got perhaps opals. We don't offer on opals.
Or even emeralds or sapphires or rubies.
Smoky quartzes, or also you tend to get those big chunky stones in the 9 carats. So if they are precious to you, take them out before we receive them.
And if you can't do it, if it's a claw, you just get a pair of pliers. If it's channel set and things like, you could, if you want to, take it to a jeweller.
but it's weighing up the options, whether or not the time is it worth it.
Yeah. Sure.
But I mean, you can always ask us if it is quite a big stone. I know I've said sort of historically we've had a customer say, look, I'm going to send it in, but I'd really like that stone out of it.
Yeah.
And we will say, look, if we can get it out, it's at your risk, but we will try and get it out. But it's whether or not we've got the time.
To do
because the fact we are a small team, obviously volumes, we want to give you the best service we can. So sometimes the little extras we might not be able to do.
If you can, you will.
Absolutely.
And if you can't, you won't.
And it might just be that we say, look, if you're happy to wait an extra day, at the end of the day, when we've done everything else, I'll go back to yours and try and take that out. But just email, ask questions.
You've gone to great lengths, haven't you? Someone who's changed their mind about something because they sent it by accident.
Yeah, girl went
because it all goes off to be melted down, doesn't it?
It gets all put into a big pot, so yeah.
And she went rummaging around for it.
Yeah, to find it, because the woman panicked.
Oh, my gosh. Now, listen, here are some examples, ladies and gentlemen, of the kind of money or payouts that have happened. These are real customers. Obviously, we're not mentioning any names. But from Porthmadog, 9-carat gold bracelet there, £456. Now, that was all of these examples were direct to postgoldforcash.com. Had they done this through Shop on TV, and Postgold for Cash always round up, even if it's below 5. They ignore the rule of mathematics or rounding up or averages or whatever it is. So 456 quid, they would have got on top another £46. For the ring at £161, they'd have got an extra £17, the gold from Wells. And then if we go on to the next one, here we come, any second. Next slide, please. Come along now.
We're not
now, see, this is where it gets interesting. 18-carat gold, so a higher content of gold, more value.
Single item, though.
Single item, £2,432. That customer, through Shop on TV, would have got that, and on top, £244. That, as a freelancer, that's a daily rate. That's a good daily rate. £1,785 for that pile of stuff. That would have been an extra £179. The reviews are absolutely stellar, by the way. Do go and have a little look at the Trustpilot. But look, 22-carat gold from Edinburgh, £1,642. That would have been an extra £165. 567 for the 22-carat gold ring from Leicester. That would have been an extra £57. You will always get 10% extra, but only if you do it through Shop on TV. Go to our website, add it to your basket and check out. If you haven't checked out yet, please do. You're not going to get your pack unless you hit checkout and complete the process. There are 60 people, in the live show. Obviously, we're live at the moment. We're recording this for Freeview. So if you're watching the repeat, who knows? It would have been a lot more. But it is important. They're just sitting in their baskets. That's no good to anybody.
It's free money.
You've got zero to lose. And also, when you get this, they don't expire. Even if you're like, well, I'm not sure if, I've got a couple of bits, I'm not sure. Get your pack anyway. Stick it in a drawer if you need to. There's no time pressure on when you have to return it. You've said you've had customers who've sent them back 10 years later.
Yeah, 10 years later, and
And maybe you're hedging your bets. Get this now, and then stick it in, and maybe suddenly the gold price surges. You're like, oh, right, because look, it is a market. It goes up, it goes down. It mostly goes up over time, but there are dips or there are peaks and troughs. So maybe you want to ride the wave, buy, not buy the dip, buy the peak. I mean, look at this. You can see there are peaks and troughs. And if you get your valuation in on a day when it's shot up or before it drops again, you're going to get more money. It's just because your valuation is based on the mid-market rate. There are 2 rates for gold that are released every day, and they take the average. That's called the mid-market rate.
Yes.
And then plus a specific percent or a specific fee that is deducted for the service. That's it. It's that simple. It's that transparent. So just very quickly, here are a couple of wonderful testimonials, and then I want to play a game, if that's all right. So Karen said, prompt and friendly service. I used this a few weeks ago when I saw it in the show. The lady who's on there tonight with you, Rob, rang me the day after posting with an amazing offer. I was shocked at the amount. Such a prompt and friendly service. Thank you, Karen. Appreciate that. And then Stuart from Middlesbrough said, great experience, prompt and super fast valuation, then a super fast payment. Thanks to Tracy for being extremely polite and professional throughout the process. Would highly recommend. What does Mary say? Mary says, delighted. Once again, I was delighted at the ease of the process. An offer was very quickly provided and in my bank the same day. No hassle. Really excellent customer service. And she said, once again. Now, it's very important to note here, it's all about working days, because we're dealing with a post office. It's all about working days. So depending on what day you're watching this, if you're not watching I'm not talking about people watching the live show, it's Saturday morning if you're watching us live. If you're watching on Freeview, I don't know what day it will be because it will be repeated. So let's say it's a Monday. You order your pack as soon as you see the show, check out, we'll show you all that in a minute. It will arrive the next day, all things being equal. Get your gold into the pack, get it to the post office before they close that day. It goes, this is a special delivery guaranteed by 1 p.m. next day. So post gold for cash, get it the next morning, usually between 8 and 9 a.m. By midday, it's being valued, and you'll get a call early afternoon, probably from Sam, and with your offer. If you love the offer, you say yes. You've either already put your bank details on the form, or you tell Sam them over the phone.
Yep.
And even if you've put something there, you're not locked in. It's not Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It's not final answer. You can change. Just tell Sam, actually, can I put it into another account? Or I want to put it to a charity's account. Or I want to put it into a friend's account. Or a family member's account.
Wherever you want to send it.
Wherever you want to send it. Or my account, if you want. And that's it. And then it's there. Literally, it's the same day. It's instantly transferred. If you want to get a cheque, you can get a cheque. There's no extra charge for that. If you want cash, all you have to do is pay the special delivery. What is that special delivery? Is that right?
It is special delivery.
Yeah,
so,
same as one of these, just so it's safe. You know, which is £9. It's insured. It's free. Everything else is free. You can add extra insurance, but if you accept the offer, it's refunded. The extra insurances are either £3 or £10 from the post office. I do want to play a game, but I also want to ask you very, very quickly, how long have we got left before we can talk about this? Here's what we'll do.
OK.
Let's play a couple of games. I want to do that big chain and that big pile, if that's all right. But
yes, of course.
Then at the end, I'd love to hear some of the experiences that you've had with because you say the Shop on TV customers are the absolute best. Yeah.
I do, yeah.
So I want to talk about why people have been selling the gold, what they've been using the money for. But I had a necklace exactly like that.
OK.
Yeah. It's quite heavy. I don't know the exact grams, and it's been a long time since I presented jewellery shows in earnest, so we know it's 9 carat gold.
9 carat gold, yep.
Honestly, it's 18 inches, I can tell you that. I had exactly that same chain, curb link, very standard in the 90s. Actually looks like rose gold. And I paid, I think it was about £250 for it back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Now, I actually, because I've already, full disclosure, I've done this once, I know the price. But what would you say, 18-inch, it's probably, how many grams would you reckon that is? Do you know gram weights?
I would say that's
10, 12 grams, something like that? Is that a lot?
Maybe, no, I think it's heavier than that.
Heavier than that?
Yeah.
16 grams? 15?
Heavier.
Heavier, 20 grams?
Yeah, 20 plus.
About 20 plus grams of 9 carat gold. How much do you think, I'm just going to put the clasp on properly, that is worth? I paid $250 roughly for that back in the day. The actual price, are you ready? Is...
No, I think you guessed.
Caveman!
What was it, like 500 quid or something you guessed earlier? You
I
thought,
did. No, I had 750, I guessed.
But that's just... But imagine if it was a higher grade. Higher. That's only 9 carat.
Do you know, I had it when I moved, and I lost it when I moved. But I had a bracelet as well that was 9 inches, or 8.5. Same gauge, so it would have been... I mean, I'd have had 2.5 grand's worth of money. Is that the same?
This is similar, yeah.
And it's 9 carat as well?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's quite a weight as well. It's a slightly more open link. I'm going to say that, well, that's got to be 500 quid, hasn't it? Based on the necklace. No? Less?
You've only done it. I
said if I get the price, I get to keep it. We've got a winner, ladies and gentlemen. And it's me.
That's crazy, isn't it? And again, if it's a higher grade, I mean, these are all 9 carat.
$150 I paid for one of those back in the day.
Absolutely nuts, isn't it?
Now, what about this big pile?
OK, so your standard mixture.
Have you got piles Of gold.
Not anymore.
Sitting at home.
So this is the standard kind of things you have. Maybe sort of an old wedding ring. You've got an onyx ring, an old locket, little chain.
All on their own, seemingly insignificant.
Yeah, just sort of
I actually can't remember how much that was.
This is good.
I think it was, oh gosh, 700 quid? No, £1,000.
Roberts, come on, darling.
I say 1,366. Now, but the thing is, if you just sent all of that to Post Gold for Cash directly,
that's what
you would have got that. However, you do it through Shop on TV, you get an extra £137. 10% extra. Very quickly, you've got to check out, I'm going to show you the website if I may. Go to shopontv.co.uk. You can call 0333 241 241 and place your order on the phone. Very simple. All we need is your basic information. You don't have to create an account. You can just check out as a guest. But if you go to the website, you can either go directly to the URL, but if you go to our homepage, you can either click Live on Air Shop Now, and then you scroll. Actually, you know what? No, you can't. If you're watching on Freeview, don't do that. If you're watching live, you can. But if you're watching on Freeview, the live, it's not a live show. So if you go back, just click on the Post Gold for Cash link, or put in your URL directly, shopontv.co.uk/gold. All your information is there that you need. Just click on any one of those buttons that says order my free gold selling pack now. And that will take you to, we've added it as it's like a product, just like you buy a vacuum cleaner or a toaster oven, except it's free. Free P&P, absolutely no charge. There's no credit or debit card information taken from you at all. You can either add it to your basket and then go to your basket and then check out securely. I mean, there are 2 extra stages there that you don't need. You can either sign in to your account if you've got one, create one for free if you wish to for future purchases from Shop on TV, or you can check out as a guest. You can do that, but the reason I was being belligerent and snoring is because time is money. So do this. This is what I would do. Go to Shop on TV, click on the Post Gold for Cash, click on your button, scroll down, buy now, fill out your form, sign in, create an account or check out as a guest. If you check out as a guest, basic information, bosh, done, super.
Nice
and you'll
easy,
get a confirmation email. No problems whatsoever. No postage, no payment information, nothing. And if you check out as a guest, we don't save any of your information. None of your information is ever sold or shared with a third party. Same also with Post Gold for Cash. So we use bank grade encryption. We transmit those orders straight to Post Gold for Cash. They process them, and off the pack comes to you. No obligation. Everything's free unless you elect for extra insurance at the post office, but that's refunded to you anyway by Post Gold for Cash when you accept the offer. But you don't have to accept the offer. There's no obligation whatsoever. You get the extra 10%, and there's no limit to how many times you do it. It's not like you do one pack and then you're like, oh, I've got a bit more gold, or my mum has got some gold, or what, you know. Everybody, every time, you could do this 20 times a month. You will always get an extra 10% on top of every valuation for every pack you send in. And you get every time included in those three prize draws. There are 2 exclusive ones for ITV, STV and Freeview viewers, and each is £500. You've got 3 chances to win £500. And remember, you can only order 1 pack at a time, but you can do separate orders and have them sent to, if you've got an account with a free account with Shop on TV, you can create in your address book, you can put your parents, your friends, your loved ones, whatever, and have these sent directly to them if you want to. But if you feel you need more than 1 pack, what's the advice that you should follow? So
the advice is definitely order your initial one via you guys, so that you're given your special Shop on TV reference number, okay, because that gives you your extra 10%. Once you've got that reference number, you've received your pack and you've got the reference number, call us. Yes. We will then take that reference number, 01202 844 197.
Yeah, hey, and again?
01202 844 197.
And with gusto? I'm just kidding, I've
got no gusto left.
She's got no gusto left,
So, yes, call us. We will then manually send you a pack out, because what we don't want to do is have duplicates.
Because computers, you know, the websites aren't intelligent. So if you ordered 5 packs, then there'd be 5 references, 5 different bags. They'd all go to, you know, you'd have 5 phone calls from Sam. Yeah. You know,
which isn't a bad thing.
I was going to say, that's one way to get to call you. But whereas they will basically, if you ask for another 5 packs, for example, you'll assign those to the existing reference number. They all get processed together.
Yeah.
What are some stories, some nice stories?
Some nice stories. Oh,
Why
lovely
people
lady.
sold their... Steve had a story about a plaque or a bench or something.
Yeah, so
as well.
Steve initially, when he actually sold some gold through us doing his mystery shopping, he bought a plaque for his Uncle Georgie boy, as he calls him.
Oh.
And it's on a bench down at the local cemetery.
Yeah.
And it has words on it.
Yeah.
And I think, from memory, it says, "Go steady." Now, Steve actually... This is very bizarre to say, actually calls the customers sometimes sat on that bench to do the chasing calls. And I just think that's kind of really quite a nice full circle.
But you might, you know, it's bereavements are funny things.
Yeah,
well, not literally, obviously.
They're difficult, aren't they?
They are difficult. And look, you know, I remember when my nan passed away when I was 16, and her taste in jewellery was
awful,
eclectic.
probably.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. And by today's standards, so you might have inherited a bunch of jewellery from a relative or a friend, and you're like, well, I'm never going to wear that. And, you know, maybe you keep a bit something for sentimental reasons, whatever, but otherwise it's going in a drawer or it's going up in the loft or wherever it is.
But what you could do...
Sell it, go on.
Yeah, sell it and buy something that either is a piece of jewellery that you will wear to represent what that meaning of the old stuff was, or you can, you know, put it towards something that you need, you know, make it, you know, worthwhile. What would that person want you to do with the money?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Or maybe you can help, you know, you could give it, maybe they were charitable, you can give it to a charity.
Charity, yeah.
You can help reimburse the widow or the widower.
Yeah.
Which, is it widow and widower? Is that, no? Widow...
And widower.
And widower. Is that man and woman, widow, widower?
I think so,
right, okay, yeah. But then, some of the funeral costs or something like that.
Or, you know, the stone or anything like that. You can do that. Or even, do you know what? A massive family get-together party to just share your memories in a happy place on a sunny day. Yeah,
you can, with a nice big bag of peas.
Yes.
Have a good old peas up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a peas up?
Exactly. And it could be, you know, maybe it's stuff you're not wearing anymore, if it's jewellery, or it's... Maybe you don't even know, you think, well, I haven't used this, it's useless to me, but you send it to Postcard for Cash and it's worth something. Maybe that helps put somebody, or pay towards tuition fees or school fees, cost of living, driving lessons.
Vets bills. We get a lot that are vets bills. I had a lovely lady the other day, and she was absolutely thrilled because she just had an £800 vet bill.
Amazing. Thank you, Sam.
You're welcome.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure the only way you're going to get your pack is if you check out. It's absolutely free, totally and utterly, completely, 100% free. The only... Well, I think we've explained it all. The only thing you have to do is either call us, go to the web and check out and get your pack today. Thank you. So when you get the pack, it's in an envelope.
Yes.
And which is customary, I've found, with letters.
Most people get their post.
You know. But because you put all your information on the website, the form comes mostly pre-filled, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
What's the purpose of the form, and what happens if you forget to put it into the pack? Because you have to really put the form in the pack. You put the lime in the coconut and shake it all up. Otherwise, doomsday, right?
Well, it's not doomsday. So if we have a look at that particular pack that you've got there...
Yes.
Rob, please open it up.
Excuse me 1 second.
Thank you. And the winner is...
Oh, you took the words right out of my mouth!
Sorry.
I hope someday that will be said about me.
Wow.
Oh, thanks. My Kieran just said it won't. I'll prove you... That's the worst thing you can say to me, because I'll blooming prove you wrong, mate.
Will it be me?
Yes. So, he wants me to succeed. So what were we talking about?
We were talking about the purpose of what's on the pack. So I think what we're getting to is if you forget to send in your pack... your form. Please send in your pack. If you forget to send in your form, don't panic. Because if we have a look at my pre-made silver postage envelope down here underneath, under there, on the outside, down the bottom, is a little sticker.
Oh, there is.
There it is.
Yeah.
And so that will have your customer reference number on.
Yeah.
So it means that we can find you. and we can fill out.
We've lost it, haven't we? Let's be honest.
It's yes.
Yeah, they won't lose your pack though. Yeah, so there is a unique reference number on there. I wanted to see actually if this form is mostly filled. Oh,
yes.
No, it's this one. Oh no, it is.
It is. It's got the office telephone number and my actual email for the office. So
really and truly, it does. There is a bit where it asks you how many items you're sending, and sign and date and your bank information, but your name and your address and phone number and email is all pre-populated. You've got loads of information on here about what to send, what not to send, and you've got, and most importantly, you have, and have you got the email address as well? Probably somewhere. Yes, you do. You've got their email, you've got their phone number. You can email Sam as well. Why don't you place your order now and check out? If you've got any questions, 70 people need to check out. It's really important to understand this, ladies and gentlemen. There is no such thing as a silly question. No question is too much bother. You never like, I didn't want to bother you, but no, bother them. You'd rather the customer be happy and informed, right?
And in fairness, I've got time tomorrow. I'm travelling tomorrow, so if you email sam@postgoldforcash.com with any questions, I'll reply.
Just getting this back in the right way. I've had it around. Sorry. You talk for a bit.
But yes, any questions, as Rob says. It might be that you just want to ask whether or not we accept certain items. What do I think this is if you include a photograph or anything like that? But, you know, it's all worth a go. And it's free. Guys, just check out.
But you know what, Sam? That's very good advice.
Thank you.
I pride myself... I don't pride myself, but for some reason, I always manage... I've still got it wrong. To find the one thing that is like not standard with almost everything that I do, and it's like
I get that.
But I'm a square peg and I don't fit into any of your holes. So what do I? So I could have phrased that better. Sorry. What do I do?
What you do is you ask the question and you show me your pegs
and then
we'll
you figure out where it best fits.
Where it best goes, yes, absolutely.
And you take the time to do that.
There's
no calling somebody and like, I don't know. Or, you know, I don't know why I did an accent.
To be fair, they mock me a little bit in the office because I don't like email-wise. I don't tend to switch off. I will sit there in the evening after I've finished and I will check in case anyone's emailed me. I will answer your questions. I might not answer them this morning, but certainly sort of round about 11 o'clock onwards.
I know it sounds really kind of like schlocky to say it. But you really do care. As a company, you do care.
I take it very personally. You know, we all do. It's getting it right. It's reassuring you. It's, you know, and if you're not happy with anything, we'll return your items securely. You know, and
it's win-win-win. There's no fine print. There's no... You will never be able to find anywhere on our... We call it terms and conditions, but it's not. It's just... the operating procedure of taking advantage of this offer. It's completely open and honest and transparent and simple and fair as well. And you're always guaranteed to get the best valuation because if you go to any other online seller, Postgold for Cash will match it, but you will also then get 10% on top. And if you go somewhere else and get a valuation and Postgold for Cash think it was worth more, they'll give you more and the 10% as well, and reimburse you for the £3 or £10 extra you may have paid for insurance if you accept the offer. It's extraordinary. And you are included in those prize draws. Those prize draws are ongoing. The current one closes on the 30th of April. So if you don't get this back by the 30th of April, it'll just go into the next one.
Rolls on.
It just rolls on.
Yep.
Roll on.
Roll on.
Roll on, roll on. Like a good deodorant. Sam, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Oh, thank you for having me on again, Rob.
Thank goodness you were here tonight with our studio heating not working.
The warmth of my personality.
Exactly what I was going to say. I feel rich and full as a human being, thanks to you.
You're welcome.
I do genuinely, actually.
I've had a lovely time.
Good, I'm glad. Thank you for coming back. Please check out your baskets and get your Postgold for Cash selling pack. And I will see you, all things being equal, tomorrow night. Bye!